Vikings quarterback Carson Wentz will start again Thursday at the Chargers. Minnesota QB J.J. McCarthy still not fully healthy after a high ankle sprain. Minnesota running back Aaron Jones was designated to return from injured reserve. He's had a strained hamstring. The Jets are expected to start quarterback Tyrod Taylor this week instead of Justin Fields. The 0-7 Jets play at Cincinnati. The Giants cut kicker Jude McAtamney after his 2 missed extra points last Sunday. They lost by 1 at Denver. Giants versus Philadelphia this weekend. Eagles veteran defensive end Brandon Graham officially re-signed, coming out of retirement. The Falcons released wide receiver Ray McCloud. Texas A&M was fined $50,000 by the SEC for faking an injury last Saturday. The Angels' new manager is former catcher Kurt Suzuki, and it's NBA opening night with 2 games starting in a half an hour with Houston at Oklahoma City. I'm Steve DeSager.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
That's
right. Come on in. Pull up a chair. Hey, and with that password, you now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3, not 4.
Thank you, LeBron. We appreciate it. You sit on the sidelines for the first
hey, Brian, you ain't playing right
months
now.
of the season or whatever it is. That's right. No matter how you listen in, Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, Sirius XM Channel 83.
Wow.
And now,
we'll do it live.
Live on YouTube.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
That's right. That's right. Do it. Say my name,
Rob Parker.
Say his name,
Kelvin Washington.
And we are indeed the Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington, on this Trash Talking Tuesday. Your chance to trash anyone, anything in the world of sports, and we will not, N-O-T, interrupt you, all right?
We looked like you yesterday talking about Ohtani.
That's
By the way,
right.
I got a bunch of texts.
Oh, I already know. People were just going crazy.
I was wrong.
No, I was right on that. And guess what? You'll need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet. At least when people are still awake.
Yep, the only time it counts.
Sorry about that.
Only time
Ben.
they
That's
take
all
the
right.
metrics and the numbers and all that.
Write it down, committed to memory, 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen who can't put the numbers and letters together, 877-996-6369.
It's not trigonometry.
There you go. And if you hear feedback on the line, it's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And with that said, always remember,
Sweetie, diddy, yeah.
That's right. Let's go. Big show. Let me welcome in my co-host. He is
Kelvin
Washington.
Oh, yeah. Me and Rob G had our bromance a couple hours ago. You know why? Put the camera on me. The NBA is back, baby.
Hold on. You ready?
Yeah.
It's really back.
Should we do it?
Be quiet. This was live on the Today Show today.
I seen it. He was like,
they did it live.
he said, we'll do it later, man. I'll just play the tape. They said, no, do it live. He said, do it live. Man, speaking of live, okay, Rob G with the behind the back.
And let me say this. One of the coolest things ever is John Tesh, who wrote that and all that. He was at a party. I don't know if you've ever seen it. And they talk about how he was at a party and that tune came in his head. He called his answer machine and left it because you know how sometimes you get an idea and you can easily forget it.
100%.
I used to write stuff down. I used to wake up in the middle of the night, write down a lead for a column or a story idea, whatever, because you wake up and you totally forget. And so he played the tape of what he was, came up with and left on his voicemail, and it turned into an iconic tune that NBC bought, and they're bringing back, and the whole 9 yards. And John Tesh used to be on Entertainment Tonight.
Yep.
He was a news reporter at WCBS TV in New York, Channel 2, where I grew up watching him as a news reporter.
What if his girlfriend or his wife went home like, that's a weird voicemail or a message, boop, and deleted it? Yeah, I know all about that. Back when I used to make beats, son. Used to leave myself those messages. Like
that would have been in trouble. She would have been in trouble right there. That would have been.
He's like, okay, wait, no, then she just got home like, beep, erased.
All right,
NBA's back, baby.
No doubt. Let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew. We wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without him. Rob G is our producer. Alex is our engineer. Steve DeSager's at the anchor desk. He'll keep us updated throughout the program. And, of course.
Never heard of him.
And.
Who?
Elijah.
Who is it?
We said
Elijah.
Who is it?
He's the right.
He's in the same room with you.
Never
now.
heard
Every
of
day
him.
you see him.
Yes. All right. Elijah is our
That's why you put
social
him in the corner.
media guru.
didn't
And,
get
of
in trouble.
course, don't forget about our new YouTube channel. I'm sure you've been watching, subscribing. We appreciate all the people who have signed up.
I got them texts, people.
Yes.
We popped up on their screen.
Be sure to subscribe and hit that button, and don't stop there. Also, hit the thumbs up icon, comment away, let us know which one of us is most odd, and I think that's pretty easy. Check us out on YouTube and watch us live. Just search Odd Couple FSR to subscribe. So a lot to get to. Opening night of the NBA. Of course, we have a World Series matchup, the Dodgers and the Blue Jays. That starts in Toronto on Friday. We'll get to that. All kinds of stuff. NFL, all kinds of stuff with Woody Johnson. You saw the quote.
He was.
Come on, man. Like, sometimes you're better off not saying anything.
Well, that's what happens when you billionaires. You just like, let me just say whatever I was on my mind.
Exactly.
That's not going to help the team. I'm still going to say it. Don't matter.
But, all right, let's go with the NBA to get started.
Let's get it.
And I'll tell you this.
I almost spit my coffee, y'all. Don't do that. Hey, you should have saw me today at Laker at Crypto.com. I was going crazy. Half-court shots. I was going crazy. I'm sorry.
Again, I understand you got to do that for the company and wave
They
the
had nothing to do with the
pom-pom
company.
and all
That was me talking about I'm hitting buckets. That don't give a dang. That could have been the Clippers up in there.
How'd you get in there?
Buckets. Well, I did
You just
the show.
walked in?
Well, I mean, they know I know people.
Okay, that's
you know
what
what
I'm
I'm saying.
saying.
It's like
Okay.
you walk in some ballparks.
No, I don't be walking in no
Yes, you do.
ballpark,
They got the hot
no.
dogs already waiting for you.
Hot dogs, yeah.
Rob, you're glizzy.
Yeah,
I had a glizzy in my mouth.
All right. Well, I'm going to
Oh,
tell you
shoot.
this. I know there's a lot of anticipation in NBA season, and people want to. I just saw like a video put out by Madison Square Garden, the Knicks channel or whatever station, and of course, the three people on there all picked the Knicks go to the finals, and I'm like, of course they did.
Of course.
And I get it. Like, they work for them. What choice do you have? I get it. I just think it's disingenuous.
Well, I mean, listen,
because they do it every. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't do that. I told you. I
but
work
what
for
if you
local,
work for the Padres?
No, but I work for no.
Because you picked them.
If I
every
picked
year.
them, but that would have been a legitimate pick.
No, I'm just
and I
talking,
always say that because WDIV, Local 4
Yeah, I
in
remember.
Detroit, let me go on and not pick the Tigers to open the newscast in Detroit. So I have the utmost respect for those people who were in charge there. But anyway, let's go here. I'm convinced.
What are you convinced about, Rob?
That one of the storylines that a lot of people are excited about will not come to fruition, will be a spectacular disaster, will not happen, and will be a fail.
What you talking about, Willis?
That's Kevin Durant and the whole era in Houston, and that they're going to the finals, and he's the missing piece, and they had the young pieces, they have the coach, and all that other stuff. I think the West is extremely tough, number one.
That's true.
Number two, I don't know if his showing up in Houston changes the dynamics of the young team and what they had going, because he's such a great player, and there's no way that you keep playing the same way when you add him to the mix. And then number 3 is we've seen this guy get hurt without contact. I don't know if we can trust him to stay healthy for an entire season. And lastly, this will be the 3rd stop where his train derailed. This is just who he is, and the idea that he's a vagabond and he's just going to go to team. Like, seriously, Kevin Durant has been on so many teams that there isn't really a team that you should, like, erect a statue or have him attached to. Like, he's been to too many teams. And I'm the last 2 stops, brutal. The one in Phoenix where everybody was ready to crown them. Oh, my God, who are you going to stop? Devin Booker and KD and this and that. Disaster. Did not work out. And unfortunately, I believe it will not happen in Houston as well.
Like Charlie Murphy said when he was doing the sketch on Dave Chappelle. So, wrong. Let me tell you why you're wrong. You listed 2 to 3 reasons why it's going to work. So, number 1, when you start to look at the statistics for the Houston Rockets and what they did bad or what they did good. Let's start with the shooting. The main reason why they struggled against teams was offensively they didn't have a go-to bucket getter. And they also struggled from 3. They were near the bottom of the league in the three-point shooting. They were near the bottom of the league in free throw shooting. They were near
KD's
the
a three-point shooter now?
Yeah, one of the greatest ever. 50, 90, 40 pretty much every year. And in field goal percentage, they were also low as well. And clutch three-point percentage, they were only 24%. So they're very low when you needed a bucket, you needed a shot, you needed to knock down free throws. You literally bring in the best guy aside from maybe Stephen. He might even be better when you come to the mid-range as far as getting me a shot, whether it be mid-range, three-pointers, free throws, it doesn't matter. So you bring that guy in a 7-foot walking bucket. So that's where I disagree. It's a perfect fit. You brought up Phoenix. Let me tell you why Phoenix was a horrible fit. Because Phoenix was the same guy. Bradley Beal doesn't do much unless he's got the ball in his hand. Devin Booker, quality player as far as he can distribute the ball a little bit, but he's best.
That failed before Bradley Beal got there.
But there he's best
before he got there.
Because there's my other point coming up. They had 3 guys who all need the ball to score, and they couldn't do much. Not great assistment. They're not great down defenders. Not going to say, hey, tonight I'm going to get 12 points and get 12 rebounds. That's just not what they did. Houston has that. They got guys who all I want to do is play defense. They got guys who all I want to do is muck up the game, play hard. Other guys who I'm going to drive the basket. So it's actually a much better fit. The reason why when they had Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, it didn't work, they didn't have any depth. They gave up all their depth to acquire Kevin Durant. Houston, that's what they have, so much so that they might be able to sustain. This is the hardest part for them to me. They lose Fred VanVleet.
Easy for you.
I know, right? Fred VanVleet is a big-time loss because of veteran presence, big shooter, shot maker, and just that kind of guy who can calm the offense. Losing him is big. I'll give you that. The only point you made that I will concede and give you is Kevin Durant's health over the last 5-6 years. He has been known to miss a game, miss some parts of a season, miss a third of a season.
Oh, you act like you poo-pooing that?
I'm with you on that. So I'm saying that part, there is an issue or concern with that. I'll give you that. But as far as just quality of the player, fit, to me it's perfect fit. The guy they need. They got Amin Thompson, who's going to be probably an all-star this year or next. You got Şengün, who's one of the better post bigs down low.
Have you looked at the division, the Western Conference?
Oh, the conference is lit. I told you that.
Okay.
No, the conference is
so you have them. You got the Rockets going to the finals.
No, the Rockets going to the finals. I'm not quite there yet to see what's what. But no, I'm saying I fully expect them to be a good, very good team and hard to beat.
No, that's not why.
They got the perfect mix.
But that's not why they brought him on, and that's why you missed my point. My point is you don't bring Kevin Durant to your team to be a good team and to be in the mix. They were in the mix last year.
Let me rephrase that. You're right. That's fair.
They bring Kevin Durant to win, to go to the NBA Finals, and that's what I'm saying. It's not going to happen. That's why you bring in a Durant.
And you bring him to get over the hump. I can give you a Western Conference Finals. I can't give you finals. I gotta see everything. Losing Fred VanVleet, if he was still there, I would feel much more comfortable saying they have a great chance to go to finals. Ultimately, we might be looking at a team that's going to go to the finals right now on our TV again, by the way.
All right,
Might be wash, rinse,
877
repeat in this thing.
99 on Fox. Yeah, take the easy way out. 877-996-6369.
What you want me to do? The Thunder are great.
Will the Kevin Durant era be a success in Houston? Real simple. 877-99 on Fox. We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is the Odd Couple on an NBA tip-off night. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Because guess what's back in the US of A? The jumper.
Rob G buried the lead. If you were my reporter and you turned in a story about the Denver Broncos and not the New York Football Giants, I would send that story back. Because that story was not about the Denver Broncos at all. Zero, zip, nada. It was about the New York freaking Football Giants who choked down a colossal game. 18 points with 5 minutes to go had never happened. I'm going to mirror this to one other situation. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
It's when the Knicks lost to the Pacers with 2:43 to go, and they choked down that lead. Guess what happened? It cost, call me Mr. Tibbs, his job. Tom Thibodeau was fired after that, and I told you, if you can't get fired off of that, you can never get fired. Brian Daboll, pack your bags. Your life as head coach of the New York freaking Football Giants is over. Are you kidding me? This is not the first time this year. He mishandled the game against Dallas, and it cost him a game. That's 2 freaking games this year by him alone. Are you serious? Denver, my ass. I don't care what Bo Nix did. I don't care. Because if the Giants did what they were supposed to do, how do you rush 3 men and let the quarterback have all day? Of course he threw for touchdowns. There was no pressure. How do you turn a great quarterback into a mediocre one? You apply the pressure. You're rushing 3? Come on, Kelvin. You know football. That's why the players walked off. You neutralized them. Oh, but there are 8 guys out there in the DB, so no.
You don't get nobody that much time.
Thank you. I don't care who you are. And guess what? People run themselves open. They know where they're going. It's hard on the defense. You know why? Because they don't know where you're going. Are you kidding me? Brian Daboll, pack your bags.
Well, Brian Daboll definitely is texting you. You know my theory. He is at home right now updating the LinkedIn page. He is up now talking to his agent like, yeah, what you think? Anything else out there? Because this is an epic collapse. We know that. Rob G just mentioned 1,600 times. You can't be the first of something to happen 1,600 times. Now, we know the first is going to happen in anything in life. That's why it's the first. However, you don't want to be the first that it happened to. And this is the other thing, too. This is the second or third time that we've seen Brian Daboll have meltdowns on the field. Remember the whole blue tent issue and yelling at a health person like, man, what did I do?
Yelling at a doctor.
Yelling at a doctor who's just trying to check up on your, could be a star quarterback. And he's doing his job. And so you can feel the pressure on Daboll. You can see the pressure mounting on him. He's overthinking, he's overcorrecting, and he's not inspiring his team in the sense that there's no way you're supposed to lose this game where you allow them. If they score 20, I get it. That happens. People score, have a hot fourth quarter. 33 points can't happen in the fourth quarter, and especially when somebody on this show said the Giants are the best defense and they're going to be the best team in the NFC East. His name is Rob G. Talked about their defense.
No, that's why Rob G wants to talk about Denver.
No, I am going to get to Denver on the other side of this, but that's just that's a horrible loss for a team that had a chance to be building on something, right? That had some chance to be building momentum.
That's a huge win. That would be a huge win.
Again, nobody has expectations, except Rob G, that they're going to be anything But you get a big win like that against a team people have, huge playoff aspirations for. You feel good. Your young quarterback, your young running back doing some things. You got some mojo going out there. So that's a big letdown from your coach. It's a big letdown for the team. And he's been having these meltdowns the last 2 or 3 weeks that is starting to make, I'm imagining, folks in New York look at him and question him as a head coach. The only other thing I will say, what the heck is up with the Broncos where they're supposed to be Sean Payton, a Hall of Fame coach? Sean Payton is an offensive guru, and they can't freaking score. If you take that fourth quarter away in the fourth quarter against the Eagles 3 weeks ago, but 2 weeks prior to that, they have 16 points in 3 games. So I am concerned what the heck is going on with the Broncos that they're supposed to be, again, an offensive juggernaut with Sean Payton. And prior to the fourth quarter, they had 16 points if you take away that fourth quarter and the fourth quarter of the Eagles. So something's up with the Broncos, but they found their swag, and it reminded me of NBA back, baby. But right now, too busy watching college football. Looking at Rob's best friend, Rob. No, don't be quiet over there.
877-99 on Fox.
I'm a little moist right
I'm
now.
just saying, no, RG3's calling the college BYU game. That's all. Got a new haircut. He got rid of the braids. With that suit and those braids, he do look like a wop babaloo, like he looked like he about to be. All right, let me just shut up.
All right, where are you, Houston Rockets? Did you do the intro back?
I did do the
no?
intro.
Okay. Well, do it. Do it.
Don't yell at me like that.
Do it. That's
Just
right.
acknowledging people, man.
Do it.
All right, we got an iHeartRadio app.
We got a show to do.
You can stream us wherever you happen to be. Catch us on all your favorite Fox Sports Radio shows live 24/7. And the new and improved iHeartRadio app, just search Fox Sports Radio in the app. Stream us live all day, every day. And be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets in the iHeartRadio app. It's always going to pop up at the top of your screen. Ephraim, Salaam in about 7 minutes or so. Kevin Durant Era in Houston begins this season. It's kicking off. Do you buy into it? Does it make a difference or not? 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
And also, I just heard that, Rob G, have you heard this? That on live TV, T-Mac having an off-mic conversation and didn't know the details of the conversation. Like the live mic, hot.
Oh,
I'm sure there'll be a story.
Yeah,
we'll
I'm
see.
sure.
All right.
The internet's will internet. We'll hear about it.
Jeremy, Long Beach, California. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jeremy?
What's up, Rob? What's up, Kelvin? How y'all doing?
What up, man?
Great.
Good.
How are you?
I'm doing well, man. I called in a couple of weeks ago, but I was playing the background of YouTube at the same time, and you guys heard it. It was like your celebration for the college and everything, and I was like, oh, dang, I had two things playing at once.
Turn down your radio.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah. Gotta lower it down, but I'm going to have to agree with Rob on this one. The West is just too stacked, man. I do not see the Rockets getting there. You got Denver. You got the Thunder, the defending champs. And, you got my Mavericks as well. I'm a Mavericks fan, and I just don't see it, man, with Kevin Durant's injuries.
Yep.
And all the other teams that are stacked in the West. It's just going to be a gauntlet, man. It's just too tough to get through.
Jeremy, you brought up injuries. Don't bring up injuries and then bring up the Mavericks. Between Kyrie, AD. No, don't bring up injuries.
But KD gets hurt a lot, too.
I mean, Kyrie, I know he does, but I'm saying you got Kyrie and AD. That's my point, injuries. And then AD, you know what's going to happen.
Hey, KD, Kyrie, AD, it all rhymes. So
they do, all of them. All right, appreciate you.
Reese in Lexington, Kentucky. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Reese?
What's up, guys? Nice talking to y'all.
Yes, how are you, buddy?
Talking to you as well.
Good, man. So, injuries aside, I think Houston, regardless they go to the finals or not, it is a stacked West, but their coach, he's going to win. He knows how to put a team together defensively. If Durant stays healthy, I think, they will be a contender. They got some young talent. Keep an eye on Reed Shepherd.
Yeah.
I promise, guys, this guy's a baller, man, and I think he's a future All-Star.
Okay, Reese, we got that. Very nice. Just a question. Okay, when you go get Kevin Durant, who's 49 and played in the league for 35 years, okay, are you just want to be a contender, or did you go get him to be the missing piece to get you to the finals? Which one is it?
Well, I understand that. At his age, hopefully, Houston, it's not as dry as Phoenix. That might help his skin condition a little bit better.
Hey, Reese.
Hey, Reese, it's called lotion from the 99-cent store. That's all.
Listen, when you're obsessed with ball and you don't care about lotion.
It's a little moist. There's more moisture in Houston, so maybe that would help him.
Yeah.
That wasn't on my bingo card. We talking about that man moisturization.
I am.
That was not on my bingo
after
card.
That. I'm all into being moist. I just want you to know.
And unfortunately, I got to sit next to you.
What?
No, hey, he's right about.
And I do bring a brush through my hair every so often too. I'm just saying.
Rob,
I don't know.
Caution.
I do think there's a level of Katie is trolling us at this point with that specifically.
Nah.
Yeah.
That ain't trolling.
You know what I'm saying? I think meaning y'all got an issue with it. I just don't even care. He ain't lying about Reed Shepherd, though. Reed Shepherd, it's going to be a chance for him with Fred VanVleet being out. He's probably going to be the guy that picks up another 15, 20 minutes a game. So this is one of his time to shine. He's a high draft pick. This is his time to shine. Ime Udoka, I like him too, man. He's a really good coach as well. All right, we got Ephraim Salaam on the other side, getting ready to talk some football headlines with him and some hoop. Ephraim loves basketball as well. Now, Steve DeSager, going to get you set on what's trending. Hey, Steve.
Hello, we've got defending champion Oklahoma City already getting its rings at home tonight as they get ready to host Houston in a few minutes. Only 2 NBA games for opening night. Jalen Williams of the Thunder out after wrist surgery. Golden State at the Lakers, the late game, 10 p.m. Eastern. Most NBA teams start Wednesday. Memphis guard Ja Morant was cleared to play tomorrow after sprained ankle. Karl Anthony Towns of the Knicks is questionable with a strained quad. Paul George of Philadelphia out tomorrow after off-season knee surgery. And the league says on opening night rosters, they include a record-tying 135 international players, over 70 from Europe. Vikings quarterback Carson Wentz will start again Thursday at the Chargers. His QB J.J. McCarthy is still not fully healthy after the high ankle sprain. Running back Aaron Jones of Minnesota was designated to return from injured reserve. That doesn't necessarily mean he's playing this week. He's had a strained hamstring. The Jets are expected to start quarterback Tyrod Taylor instead of Justin Fields. That's not yet official. Maybe tomorrow. The 0-7 Jets play play at Cincinnati this weekend. The Giants cut kicker Jude McAtamney after his 2 missed extra points last Sunday. They lost by 1 at Denver. Giants will be against Philadelphia this Sunday. Eagles veteran defensive end Brandon Graham officially re-signed coming out of retirement. Falcons released wide receiver Ray McLeod. He's been sent home this past week. Now he's just been sent out. The list of Hall of Fame coaching nominees was narrowed to 12, including Bill Belichick, Mike Holmgren, and others. There will be 1 finalist from that list. Texas A&M was fined $50,000 by the SEC for faking an injury last Saturday. The Angels' new manager is Kurt Suzuki, a former catcher from nearby Cal State Fullerton. He had a 16-year Major League playing career, finished with the Angels in 2022. The Halos have the Major's longest current playoff drought. And the World Series starts Friday night on Fox TV. Toronto hosting the Dodgers. Game 1 will have the Dodgers starting pitcher Blake Snell. Then Yoshinobu Yamamoto will start Game 2 for LA in Toronto. 10 NHL games tonight. Among those that are underway in the NHL, Capitals at home lead Seattle 1-0 in the first. Back to you.
All right, Steve. Steve excited too. NBA is back. Thank you, Steve. It's the Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Trash Talking Tuesday, about an hour and 10, 15 minutes away from that. Looking forward to it. Right now, we are joined by our man, Ephraim Salaam, former NFL offensive lineman, Fox Sports Radio weekends, Ephraim Salaam on X. Big E, what up, bro?
What's happening, brothers? How y'all doing?
Doing good, man. We're excited. We got, of course, football. We got the World Series getting ready to jump off Friday. And today the NBA is back, so a whole lot to get to, man, as always.
Good time for sports, I can tell you that.
Absolutely. But I guess before we get to the NFL stuff, maybe NBA's kicking off today. Rob and I just talked about the Rockets. I'm higher on them than he is with Kevin Durant. Where are you with them? And then
the only reason I'm not higher on them is when you go get Kevin Durant is to get you to the NBA Finals or to win it. Anything less than that, then you failed. There's no other reason. He's not like a young guy you're going to build around for years to come. That's my – and I look at the West, Ephraim, I just don't see it.
And look, as much as it pains me to say this, Rob, you hit on some excellent points. When you talk about Kevin Durant and his age, and now, like, remember when he went to Brooklyn and they were supposed to do this thing, and then he goes
Phoenix,
over.
There you go.
Like it just becomes part of the story now. Right now, the Rockets are a young, up and coming team. Does KD put them over the top? I don't know, because the only time we've seen KD come in and help the team was already good. The team had won 73 games the year prior and lost in the finals after winning a couple championships, and that's the Golden State Warriors. So other than that, has KD ever gone to a team and made them instantly viable, or they got to the NBA Finals? And I don't see it being a year older, it happening for Rockets. Now, I think they'll make some noise. I think
they'll be good. I'm with you. They'll be good.
They'll be good, but I don't know if they have enough to compete for a championship.
I think real quick, the point was going to be you brought up the Brooklyn Nets and the Suns. I think those teams were older and they were loaded with the same guy over and over. Whereas this team has crazy depth. They got post games with Şengün. They got Amin Thompson's probably going to be an all-star, and they just got a bunch of dudes and a great coach. And he, to me, a perfect fit. So I totally hear what you're saying, but I think this is a completely different scenario than the other examples.
Yeah, but not in the West. Not in the West here. Yeah,
right. He's older, so we have to take into account that as great as he is and as great as older players are, they're still older, more susceptible to injury. It just looks different now.
No doubt. I want to get to the NFL. C.J. Stroud, a couple years ago, he was the cat's meow. Everybody picked him to go to the Super Bowl the year after his first year, and where he was. Even last night, they get 4 turnovers, can't win. They scored a lot of points against that Ravens defense, but they struggled.
What's new? Everybody.
Yeah, everybody in that situation. But where's he now? What have they let him down? Is it the offensive line? Is it the personnel around him? Is it coaching? What's happened?
Yeah, I was going to say it's not him. It's that, first of all, as a former Houston Texan and a member of the offensive line there, it is hard to watch. My wife, we were watching the game last night, and she was like, "Oh, what is he doing?" Right? Like she's so well versed on offensive line plays, being with me my majority of my career. she can see it as well. It is bad. It's bad offensive line play when you look and they blitz and I know the protections. I can see exactly what's going on. And you have 3 offensive linemen blocking 1 defensive tackle, and the linebacker scrapes through and annihilates the quarterback. And it just happened to be on that pick. Like that, things like that, it's not him. He's trying to do everything he can to get the ball down the field, but as soon as the ball is snapped, there's pressure in his face. It is. I feel sorry for him. They have to clean that offensive line up. They have to, or it'll just be another talented quarterback who can't finish the season because he's getting hit too much.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely letting him down, and then he's regressing because of that. He's starting to get jittery. He's freaking out. He's panicking because of that, and you see that from game to game. Ephraim, let me go here. The other side of that was the Seahawks, and here they are, man. They're one of the top teams in the NFL, specifically the NFC. The defense, I mean, not Legion of Boom, but they look really good. And Sam Darnold, obviously, we knew they took a chance. They got rid of Geno, who had some success there, and brought him in. He's looked great for them. Are they a real legitimate team? What you make of them now with Sam Darnold?
I think they are a legitimate team. Sam Darnold made some throws last night that maybe 2 people on the planet Earth can make. And when you see him getting in his rhythm like that and feeling comfortable and extending plays, we got him outside of the pocket making plays down the field that we hadn't really seen him do before. And Jackson Smith and Jigba is, brother, look here, man. It's a couple young receivers in the league. Him, and on the other side, Emeka Egbuka. These guys.
Malik Neighbors when he's healthy.
Torch. Man, these guys are carrying the torch for this next crop coming through. They are phenomenal. But Sam Darnold, hey, look, he's bought a house there for the first time in his NFL career. He feels supported. He feels loved. And sometimes that's all you need is love, man. That's all you need.
Well, I don't know how he feels loved. They gave him a bogus contract where only really 1 year is
they'll re-up on that.
I know, but I'm just saying. But they only it was only 1 year that was fully guaranteed as a contract, especially considering the year that he was coming off of.
That's perfect for him because now he really gets to re-up at a higher market price.
Right, until he wets the bed in the postseason.
No, don't do that. Don't.
I'm just saying, if he wets the bed in the postseason, he won't be getting a contract. Hey, let's go here. The Jets owner came out, Woody Johnson. And if you're seriously, Justin Fields has enough issues, okay? Mm-hmm. But Woody Johnson says, quote, if we could just complete a pass, it would look good. End quote. What has happened here? Oh, we already know how bad the Jets are. But Justin Fields, they gave this guy $30 million guaranteed. Daniel Jones only got a 1 year, $14 million deal, right? And everybody loves Justin's athleticism and all that kind of stuff and looks at other stuff. But I think it's pretty obvious now, right? He's been benched. He's not going to be the quarterback. What do you make of the Jets and what's happened to Justin Fields? 3 teams in 3 years. Started 4-2 with the Steelers. They didn't want him. He goes to the Jets. He's going to be the quarterback, and now he's already benched.
The thing that I've always been hypercritical about with Justin Fields is he's not reading the defense fast enough and getting the ball. He's afraid to throw the ball on anticipation. He's waiting for receivers to come clear or come completely out of their break before he releases the ball. And everybody knows in the NFL, passing the ball down the field is a timing thing. You have to have trust in yourself, your eyes, and your receiver to be able to let the ball go so when they come out of their break and that head comes around, the ball is there. He waits, and which causes throws to be late, which interceptions, all of those. His timing for down the field passing has always been something that he's needed to work on, and they haven't found a way to fix that situation. So until that can happen, then he can't be a viable starting quarterback in the NFL. It just doesn't work like that.
Go ahead.
I want to ask him, and I know we're going to get into this bigger, about Sean Payton taking a swipe at Russell Wilson,
said, yep.
who's not there, not there anymore. Why he continues to do this, and I'll give Wilson credit, who basically, there's but so much you can take. Call him classless, and then brought up Bountygate, which Sean Payton was suspended for or whatnot. What do you make of that? Just Sean Payton taking a swipe at Russell Wilson.
Well, petty is petty, right?
Yeah, he is petty.
It shouldn't have happened. It was a hell of a game. It was, back and forth. I think Jackson Dart's going to be a phenomenal quarterback. But Sean Payton has rubbed people the wrong way before. He's very, old school in his approach. I actually know Sean. He was a coach of mine at San Diego State when I was at San Diego State. So he's very fiery. He's going to tell you what's on his mind, and he has a specific way he likes to do things. But for me, I didn't think that comment was warranted, especially in the tone and the way it was said. It was kind of like, don't kick somebody when they're presumably down. Mm-hmm. There is no winning in that.
No doubt.
That gets you out of here on this one, E. For me, we got a game coming up this week. Packers, Steelers, and two teams which I think record-wise are both solid, but I think for me and maybe some other people I don't quite know what they are yet. This will be a game where we can see a little bit more from either team or maybe both teams. But Packers, Steelers, what do you make of both of them where they are right now?
Well, I tell you what, their defenses, the Steelers' defense got to play a whole lot better. They got to play a whole lot better. Big Cam Hayward and TJ
Watt.
TJ Watt, they have got to find a way to get pressure on the quarterback and alleviate the pressure from an aging secondary outside of Joey Porter Jr. The Steelers have been great when they can put pressure on quarterbacks. They have to do that. The offense is playing, well. Aaron Rodgers is doing a yeoman's job with that offense. And on the flip side, Green Bay, look, Micah Parsons, he showed out this last game.
Finally,
he's getting warmed up, and if they can't control that young man, he's a game wrecker. Offensively, Green Bay, I'm not quite sold on who they are and who they want to be yet. I think as we get a little bit further in the season, we'll see if Jordan Love is that guy that they paid him to be. I'm not sold on that yet. I need to see more. So this game Thursday is going to be a big game for both defenses and Jordan Love to see if he can do something.
No doubt. All right, man. We're looking forward to it as well.
Thank you,
Ephraim. Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you guys, brothers. Y'all stay safe.
No doubt. You too. All right, Shekel City on the way, plus your play of the day. And there's a crazy stat that I want to tell you about a certain team. It shows their resilience. We'll tell you that is next. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Time to reheat an old hot take that's gone cold.
It's hot on the outside, icicle in the middle.
It's Microwave Take with the Odd Couple.
It is an absolutely terrible hire by your Las Vegas Raiders, Rob G. Rob
sorry. G know it.
It's a bad hire. He's going to be 74 basically when the season starts. He's a pork chop away from not being the head coach. I'm just saying.
Pork chop sound good, right?
The bad part is he's here for the short run. Mm-hmm. Like the idea that you're going to hire somebody and then go, well, he'll fix the culture in the next guy. No, that's not how it works, okay? Because once he's no longer there, whoever the new guy is, that's going to be his culture. Stop it, okay? Now we're passing down culture? Is that what we're doing? A 74-year-old man with no quarterback in that division.
Dude.
What are they trying to do? When Pete Carroll goes for the press conference, Rob G, he should have a ski mask on because he just robbed the Raiders of his retirement fund. Like, that's what this is. And after that game against the Chiefs where they got skunked 31-0,
yeah, that's bad.
They look awful. And it ain't just Geno Smith. Geno's Pizza has been awful, okay, with all the interceptions.
10 of them.
Rob G, They don't run the ball. They don't stop anybody defensively. They don't get pressure on the court. What do? What has Pete Carroll done? Zero.
The hire didn't make any sense. We talked about it then.
Yeah, they
just
like
because
him. They like him, I guess.
Yeah, and that's perfectly fine. You know what that is? That's a consultant. That's a person you have in the front office, part of the team. I'm with that. It makes sense. Hey, he knows football, won on high levels in college, won on high levels in pros. You bring him in. Hey, I'm going to be
college.
But and all of a sudden you bring him in to be a coach. To me, there was nothing exciting about that hire.
Do they realize what happened in Seattle? Why he wasn't coaching anymore?
Because he couldn't coach anymore.
Okay, there you go.
And his voice had run its course, and people weren't trying to hear it no more. And that's just what I was telling you earlier. We were talking about it off the mic. Rob, it's okay to move on, and it's okay for an organization to say thank you, but no, like you had an amazing career, arguably a Hall of Fame career, and Bill Belichick with UNC. Like, it's okay to be like, nah, we good.
Rob G. When I say he's a dinosaur, I think the best way to describe Pete Carroll right now is Fred Flintstone with a better car. That's what he is.
You mentioned the pork chop. Ain't that what Fred had on the side of the big
those
rib
are
thing?
the brontosaurus ribs. Yes.
That's what you was eating earlier today.
I'm just saying, like, I knew this was a bad hire from jump, and Raider fans are like, dude, what? Why can't we get anything right? Oh, Antonio Pierce, remember that, Rob G?
It's all his fault.
I wasn't with that because they didn't do a real coach's search because they listened to the players, which is, I get it. But you need to do a search, right?
Yeah. And also, to me, Rob G., you can, it's obviously your squad, but to compound it, he wanted to go get his guy, which is fine, but it better work.
Rob
you
G.
know what I mean? And it didn't work, and it hasn't worked horribly bad, in horrible fashion.
Rob G., what are they doing? You watch them every week, and you're, invested. How disappointed are you at how bad they are?
They suck. They're horrible. They sucked at a time they shouldn't have sucked. And to you guys' point about the Geno Smith-Pete Carroll pairing, it's not like you're like, hey, we're going to reunite Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy.
Right. That
where
one
they had years and years of success together. We're not going to get Sean Payton and Drew Brees, right? They had years and years. Geno Smith had one good season in Seattle and got paid. Good, he got paid for it, good for him. But it's not like we were trying to recreate, the Mona Lisa. It was like, hey, this guy he was all right for a season, and the cupboard's kind of bare. And the one thing that has surprised me with this whole situation is how on earth has Tom Brady avoided any kind of criticism?
I agree.
This is some late 90s, early 2000s emo right here. Fox Sports Radio, Odd Couple. Rob and Kelvin on a Trash Talking Tuesday, about an hour away. Shout out to Ephraim Salaam, who just joined us moments ago. You can always check out the pod. Anything you missed, you can always see it there. Got the NBA kicking off right now, 7-7 tie. Houston is visiting OKC, who just got 2. So it's 9-7 now. So got that one. Got another game coming up as well. You got the Lakers and Warriors. So Warriors going to be in town. So Warriors-Lakers, I should say. So a lot going on. We'll keep you updated as well. Right now, it's time for Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
Did I do that?
What did you do?
Did I do that? I was 2-1 last night. Did I do that? Did I do that? Did I do that? 2-1. Alex, that's so funny to me. 40, because I don't sound anything like that.
That's the part that drives me crazy.
45 and 42.
I'm
getting
close.
Okay.
45 and 42. I was 2-1 last night.
Yeah.
Tonight, I got Oklahoma City -6.5 to take on the Rockets.
They got him that bad. Okay.
Is Kevin Durant, is he all right?
Yeah, it's 9-9. It's a good game right now.
Is he okay? I'm just want
Let
to
me make sure he's still up. Hey, I did look away from him. I see some skinny
We
legs.
wanna
Are those
know.
his or Chet? Look at the top. Chet's or
I'm
his?
just looking to see if there's any moisturizing on the legs, and then you will know whether or not.
He might have on a sleeve.
soon,
they wear
bro.
those long sleeves on the legs, so we
Exactly.
might not know. Why are y'all worried about that man's moisturization? I ain't never heard so many men worried about another man's moisturization.
What, Alex? I'm just talking about his ashy legs. That's all. All right. Game number 2, I'm taking the Warriors -2.5, taking on the Lakers. They're favorites in L.A. with no Bronny, with no LeBron.
The ARP Warriors?
That's right. Well, how are they favorites? By -2.5 in L.A. and Oklahoma City -6.5, hosting the Rockets. And remember, I'm not telling you who to bet on.
What you telling?
I'm telling you who I bet on.
Yeah, they're going to get a load. That'd be a good one. See if Skinny Luca's debut. All right, it is now also time for your Tire Rack Play of the Day.
Forced Tampa to play a little bit tougher than Washington.
First down, hands to Jahmyr Gibbs. There he goes. Foot race, right side. You got no shot at catching that man. 10-5, end zone, touchdown, Detroit Lions.
Yep, Lions radio right there. Was that Dan Miller?
Dan Miller and Lomas, I think, in the background.
That was Lomas in the background. Shout out to those fellas. Lomas, friend of the show. That's your Tire Rack Play of the Day, brought to you by Tire Rack. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been backed by helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. They will come to you at work, at home, wherever they need to meet you. They'll do that, so take full advantage of it. Go to TireRack.com. Tire Rack, it is the way tire buying should be. Speaking of the Lions radio, I found an interesting stat, man. This is kind of crazy. Even you might even go. That is kind of impressive.
Do not put words in my mouth. I haven't seen the stat.
I know. I said even you might.
Yes.
Heavy on the might. Because, like, even you, to quote my friend I read to you during the break, Rob is ridiculous. I said, why? He said, Shohei Ohtani hitting all these home runs. He can hit one to Japan, and Rob will be like, it's not that far. Man, this ain't even got nothing to do with where I was going. I was going to the Detroit Lions. But dang it, you have my phone blowing up. Text, DMs, people tweeting and emailing me.
What? I'm just trying to
I got people's granddaddies and daddies calling me. I don't even know how they got my number. Texting me and calling me.
Because I'm an honest
analyst you went too
out
far.
there. There you go. What?
You went too far. You was shaking and you couldn't even, you was stuttering.
Because I'm an honest.
Stop it.
I just don't want to be on the bus with everybody else when it goes off the cliff.
Listen,
all right, that's what everybody does.
Every now and again, though, getting on the bus to save your life.
How
about that?
I'm not going to get on the bus.
All right.
I want to make sure that I give all sides to stuff. I want to do a deep dive. I want to look.
It ain't a deep dive. It is a Shohei Ohtani. Ain't this, ain't that. I don't even know what he can do right now.
I'll give you. Here you go. So you talk about the 3 home runs and the 6 innings.
It's about to
get
worse. Yeah, it's about to get
Can
worse.
I give you one?
Okay.
I'll just give you one. Bob Gibson in 1967. I know nobody believes like that. It's an actual year, or people like it happened. They think it's like going to the moon and it was fake and all that. But Bob Gibson in 1967, Game 7 of a World Series, pitched a complete game, struck out 10, and hit a home run. That don't count?
No, that don't count.
That's not better than Ohtani's 6 innings.
No, that's not.
See what I'm trying to say?
No, that's not.
Took
him a whole complete game to get 10. Ohtani did it in 6. He got 10, and he hit 3 home runs.
But he was able to pitch a complete game.
No, that's very.
And you didn't need
here's the thing. That's incredibly impressive.
And a home run. He was a pitcher. He wasn't an everyday player.
That is incredibly impressive. That is
great.
up there. That is right up there.
7.
That's up there.
You're up 3-0 in a series.
See,
there's no
look
pressure.
at me. Watch how I go, wow, that is impressive. That is up there. One of the great games. But it's not what Ohtani did. Now, real quick, because I had to go on that tangent real quick because you got my phone blowing up. This one is even cool. The Lions, including everybody, right? The Chiefs and the Steelers and the Chargers, whoever you want to put. The Lions haven't lost back-to-back games since October of 2022. 51 games.
That's unbelievable. Did they win a Super Bowl?
No. See, this is what I'm talking about. You can't just acknowledge that's wow, it's impressive. Everybody loses. Everybody goes on a losing streak. You lose 2 or 3. You have a couple back-to-back losses. Every team does that. The Lions ain't lost back-to-back since 2022.
Does that got them anything?
My goodness. See, I told you couldn't do it.
Let's not forget the real thing about this World Series that stands out like a sore thumb. The villain. Now, you might think the Dodgers are the villains because they spend all the money. They've got all the good players. No, that would be wrong. The villain, a cheating Astro. Oh, yeah. George effing Springer. Forever an a-hole, forever a cheater. He's been branded a dirty dog. He's a dirty dog, George Springer. And every Dodger fan in Chavez Ravine, when the series gets to L.A., will serenade him, right? They still remember. I was getting texts from people that were sending me messages from the 2017 period of time there, that wretched World Series. Bang, bang! Whistle, whistle! How about this? Check him for the buzzer. How do we know he wasn't wearing a buzzer? Every time Springer walks up to the plate, he's going to get the Alfred Hitchcock treatment. You know what that is? That's going to be the birds. The boo birds is what he's going to get there. And a reminder for those of you that are a little slow and dumb, George Springer, Jose Altuve, and Alex Bregman, the 3 headless horsemen of the apocalypse of baseball, the greatest single scandal in the history of North American sport. They got away with it. The whole dirtbag crew, all of them. And Rob Manfred, who should have dropped the hammer on them, instead he did nothing because he's lacking balls. He doesn't have any balls. Otherwise, he would have punished them. They all should have been banned for life. George Springer should have been banned for baseball for life. That home run that happened in Game 7 of the ALCS should not have been allowed to happen because he would have had to have been selling insurance or doing something, getting a real job. But because the commissioner's got no spine, George Springer, Altuve, Bregman, all those other cheats are allowed in baseball. And it makes me want to vomit. I want to puke. And so now, some justice. As he goes into Dodger Stadium, he'll be saying, they're going to lose the World Series. The Dodgers are winning the World Series, and so that's great. And they'll boo him, and they'll serenade him. It's delicious. He's the bad guy. So that's good.
The NBA regular season is underway in Oklahoma City. The defending champs got their rings before the game. They're hosting Houston on opening night. The only other game on the slate this evening, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. The Lakers will host Golden State. For the Thunder, Jalen Williams out after wrist surgery. OKC is down 21-17 to Houston mid-first quarter. Chet Holmgren, though, of the Thunder did in the first 5 minutes go 5 of 5 from the floor. He's up to 13 points. Most NBA teams start on Wednesday. Karl-Anthony Towns of the Knicks is questionable for tomorrow with a strained quad. Vikings quarterback Carson Wentz will start again Thursday at the Chargers. Minnesota QB J.J. McCarthy is still not fully healthy after a high ankle sprain. The Jets are expected to start quarterback Tyrod Taylor instead of Justin Fields. That may be official tomorrow. The Giants cut kicker Jude McAtamney after his 2 missed extra points last Sunday. I'm Steve DeSager.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 2 here on the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on this Trash Talking Tuesday coming up in about 40 minutes or so. That's right. You'll want to call in your chance to trash anyone, anything in the world of sports. Be sure also to check out our brand new YouTube channel. We appreciate the subscribers. Unbelievable. You guys are amazing.
Appreciate you, man.
Amazing.
Seriously. Thank you.
That's right. So we're on right now, simulcast, YouTube. You can see the video of us. Search Odd Couple, FSR.
Do it!
On YouTube. That's right. What are you jumping for over there?
You already know Rich Davis be having these headphones on 100.
Yeah, that's right. Rich needs to see
Rich, listen, if you're listening, buddy, we are concerned.
Yes.
Because the volume, when I put these headphones, plug them in, it's crazy.
Again, check out the Odd Couple. It's Odd Couple FSR. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. And don't stop there. Give us thumbs up. Hit that icon and, of course, comment away. Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. Coming up in about 28 minutes, Foul Affair with J.R. Gamble from MLBBro.com.
Oh, yeah.
You saw George Springer, Mr.
Foul.
MLB Bro. It's foul.
Foul.
Oh, is that J.R.?
That's J.R.
Say it again.
It's foul.
There you go. And then, of course, trash talking as well.
Oh, yeah.
So your chance to trash anyone, anything in the world of sports. And there was a mini feud going on. We already
know. Trash talk in there, right?
There was Sean Payton, who we just had Ephraim Salaam on, and this is who he is, Sean Payton. I'm not a fan, and especially as someone who sent players out to hurt other players. I don't think you could discount that or act like that doesn't matter. If I had a Hall of Fame vote and Sean Payton's name came up, there's no way in hell I would vote for such a guy who got suspended by the league after they warned him about this whole bounty thing. A bounty, this is about hurting people, right?
Yeah.
You get paid if you knock somebody out of the game because you hurt them so bad that they get knocked out of the game. And I don't know how in the world that Sean Payton has been able to skate from that tag, where people were possibly where they were trying to hurt other players. Where are the other players to step up and go, what? What are you asking us to do?
Yeah, I do think there's we talked about it a little bit, I think more off air, but I do think there's maybe not a literal paying way, but I do think that's just been promoted through football through the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Like,
go
out there, hurt them, go out there.
Not giving people money.
But that's what I said. I don't know if it was a literal system, but
Bounty Gate is because there was money involved, okay? If you're out there trying to play and hit as hard as you can.
Because that whole Ronnie Lottenham era and Bill Romanowski.
But they weren't getting paid. And that's why he got suspended for a year.
No, that's real. That's real.
Anyway, the collapse by the Giants, and, of course, his Broncos won. So he took the time to throw out comment, slide remark about his former quarterback, Russell Wilson, who he had no use for when he got there. He never wanted him and just treated him poorly. I mean, and Russ, the numbers weren't that bad in the beginning when they first started playing. But anyway, here's the sound of Sean Payton being I want to keep my job, being a bad guy. I'll get that.
I have a ton of respect for that organization. I spent 4 of my early years there, close with the Mayor Tisch family. You know, they found a little spark with that quarterback. I was talking to John Mayer not too long ago, and I said we were hoping that change would have happened long after our game.
Is that necessary? Especially when you look at it, Russell Wilson has lost his job. The guy has won a Super Bowl in this league. The guy went to 10 Pro Bowls. Like, can you have some respect for Russell Wilson, whether you like him or not or whatever went down? It was Russell Wilson pushed back on social media, called it classless. Rob G, you have the exact quote from the tweet?
Yep, Russell Wilson tweeted out today, classless but not surprised. Didn't realize you're still bounty hunting 15-plus years later through the media. Laughing emoji, hashtag, let's ride.
And you know what? I'm going to give Russell Wilson applause. Because at some point, you got to push back. You can't allow people to continue to disrespect you and to kick you when you're down and to act like you did nothing in the National Football League and you don't matter. And that is foul. He's done nothing to deserve that. There have been other quarterbacks, you know, on their way down who haven't played well and whatnot, and they aren't disrespected the way that Sean Payton has tried to disrespect Russell Wilson. And I'm usually like, take the high road, but there comes a point. And there was no need for that. Am I right? Like, what was the real? Well, I talked about, I was like, well, I was hoping that we could get the terrible Russell. That's what he said, Russell Wilson, before you made the change at quarterback. Is that what it was? Okay.
Didn't have to take a dig at your ex. And they always say, you know, why have to go back and talk about your ex? And Sean Payton, call him Sean Petty, because he has some petty in him. And throughout the years, we've seen that. Little snide remarks. You got the Bounty Gate stuff. There's a time he was fined $100,000 for the whole, he didn't wear a mask when he was supposed to. And John Gruden and him joked about it. He said, John Gruden, you the only stupid blankety blank who actually paid the $100,000 fine because he found out he paid it. Sean Payton has had a history of doing petty and being petty. And then, of course, we know back in 2023, didn't run Russell Wilson, as you mentioned, and then tries to find a way, talks about, hey, man, why don't you just be injured so we don't have to play you? Russ calls them out. The whole feud ensues. Eventually, they would release him in the spring. But they wouldn't play him the last couple of games, and it just was ended bad. Listen, Russell Wilson is very politician-like, very PC, very politically correct. Gee golly shucks. You know, ride on, let's ride Bucks and all that. But I do believe there's that straw that breaks a camel back. You know what I mean? If you keep poking and jabbing at somebody, eventually they're gonna snap back and clap back, and that's what Russell Wilson has did here, which is also a freeing thing. Sometimes you try to be nice, sometimes you try to take the high road, and then sometimes you finally be your authentic self, or at least your authentic thoughts in that moment, and it becomes freeing, Rob, where you're like, you know what? Now that I'm at it, this is really what I wanted to say to you. This is really what I think of you. This is what I should have said to you. And I wonder if this is going to be that freeing thing for Russell Wilson, where maybe he's no longer going to be viewed as a starter. And I think he'll start again because of injuries and things like that. But viewed as a top-notch starter, maybe he can actually be himself now. And another thing about Sean Payton has been a solid to good coach. But the idea that he's just been – you got one Super Bowl ring. Am I missing something?
No. They think he's a genius.
You got one Super Bowl ring, and you had about 10, 15 years of Drew Brees.
Can I give you this? Like, Mike McCarthy's looked at like he can't coach, and him and Sean Payton, go look at their records. They're identical.
Eerily
except
similar.
The only difference is Mike McCarthy never went 7-9 with a Hall of Fame quarterback 3 years in a row. Go look.
Yeah. No, we did this before because there's the three guys who are very similar. Mike Tomlin, Mike McCarthy, Sean Payton. Their winning percentages around the same. They all got one early with their guys. All of them, what we learned, if you get your guy, you're usually going to win early with them. First handful of years with them. His case, you have Drew Brees, Ben Roethlisberger for Mike Tomlin, and then who I miss, Aaron Rodgers or Mike McCarthy. Usually you can get in.
But the difference, the way that they look at Sean Payton
Sean Payton
compared
is a genius.
to Mike McCarthy, who can't coach.
He's a Hall of Famer. And my point is, you're actually eerily similar to Russell Wilson in respects to what you do.
Right.
Meaning he's a quarterback, Hall of Fame caliber. Maybe some people have him, maybe some people won't. Just like you, right on the line. Some people think you're a Hall of Fame coach. Some people are like, no, you're a really good coach, but not a Hall of Famer. Both only have one. Russ should have had two. So to me, they're the same guy. So him acting as if he's just that much more superior in his career. I mean, like I told you, to be an offensive guru, these Broncos, aside from that 33-point fourth quarter, they scored, and the fourth quarter versus the Eagles 2 weeks earlier, there's 10 out of the 12 quarters, they've scored 16 points to be this offensive guru. So, and if you're the offensive guru, you and Russ didn't work out. So my point is, I just think Sean Payton is doing too much. You've moved on. You've got your guy in Bo Nix. They've got their guy in Jackson Dart. To take a shot at a man randomly who's minding his own business. And listen, just
nobody asked him about
Russell.
Did anybody ask him about Russell Wilson?
That was a deliberate shot, which to me absolutely warranted a shot back, especially from the guy that always gee golly shucks is it.
And it is classless.
It was just unnecessary, too.
It's classless. Like, there's no reason to do that. Russell Wilson didn't even play. He's not a part of the game. Why would you bring him up without saying his name? Everybody knows exactly what we're talking about.
And again, this just shows to me whatever they had their issues in 2023 is carried over. Clearly, they've never, haven't worked it out, and he still has some disdain. And again, all right, I like Russell saying what he said. In fact, Russ, do that a little bit more. You ain't got to be the big-time politician all the time.
I wasn't sure at first because I was thinking it was a pushback finally on Richard Sherman.
Right.
And all that stuff. Remember that?
That's why I said, Rob, sometimes this stuff is freeing, right? Where you're just like, you know what? You've been there where you try to, maybe with a lady, try to bite your tongue or this, you're finally like, since we at it, now that we talking about this, boom, 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 and boom. And you wonder if we might see the dark side of Russ a little bit.
And you know me, I'm always I'm trying to steady the ship. I'm not trying to attack people.
Yeah.
I want to have peace and harmony.
Yeah, no, seriously.
At the workplace. I love my coworkers. I have high esteem
Martin Luther King's smiling right now thinking about
everyone
you.
who
Gandhi
I work
is smiling thinking about you.
It is the
Mother
ultimate.
Teresa smiling thinking about you.
There's nothing better than rubbing elbows with the people you work with and having the ultimate respect.
If this were a sitcom, this was where they would go, previously on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yeah. And then they would just show all the clips of you getting reckless and saying reckless stuff, and me and Rob G dusting up our boxing skills to make sure we ain't got to throw a couple of jabs. Back up off me, jabs.
You think they're going to attack me at the Super Bowl when my back's turned?
Listen, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And listen, you know what those Super Bowls do? That bar, people be there all day. And you might have a few, and you come in, and they just, Rob, I had enough of you, buddy. And then you never know, man.
Rob, you love your coworkers?
What's that?
Said you love your coworkers?
Always. Nothing better. Wait a minute. What'd you say?
I said, why you always lying,
why
Rob?
you always lying?
Why you always lying?
Yeah, it's a little viral thing about 10 years ago or so.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh. Stop blinking, lying. You always lying, Rob. Lying. Why you always lying? Oh, my gosh. Stop blinking, lying.
I'm not lying. I'm a team guy. Always have been.
Yeah.
All right. An NFL
as long as there's
owner,
an I in team.
NFL owner just backed a Mack truck over his quarterback. We'll get to that next. It is the Odd Couple on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Rob, Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
America!
The only team that I figured, I said, man, somebody has to compete in the AFC as we're watching the ALCS to see who goes to the World Series. Somebody's got to compete with the Chiefs to get to the Super Bowl. And I thought it was going to be the Broncos, maybe the Chargers in their own division, right? I thought it would be Baltimore. That's why I had going to the Super Bowl. I thought it would be some other teams. And all of them have proven to be fraudulent, in my opinion, for the most part, or at least really flawed, where I can see holes in their game. And to my surprise, and your surprise, and most of the NFL world's surprise, the daggone Indianapolis Colts are the only team I actually can see, not the Bills, competing against the Chiefs and having something to say, getting to the AFC Championship and then eventually the Super Bowl. And I never thought I would say that right now. Not never, as if Peyton Manning didn't exist. But right now, especially a team quarterbacked by Daniel Jones.
Alex, can you mark this? Please keep this. Okay.
Yeah, I stand on the fact that I myself have been waiting. Let me see what they do. Okay, let me see who they beat. Let me see how.
No,
and then I'm looking at a few things, Rob.
Who they beat? I want to ask you about the Colts. Can you go over there?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. So they beat the Chargers, which a lot of people had them going to the Super Bowl.
Okay, where are the Chargers now? Okay.
No, don't do that now.
No, I'm
because every week we can keep doing that.
Baltimore, you have to do. Because ultimately it will be what your final record is to determine whether or not you're a good team or not.
And I'm going to tell you. And I'm going to tell you what. So they beat the Cardinals. They beat the Raiders.
Okay.
They beat the. Oh, that's coming up. That's coming up. And hold on. I'm going backwards. It's going backwards on me. Raiders, Cardinals, they lost to the Rams. They beat the Broncos, beat the Chargers, beat the Dolphins, and that's it. I think I named everybody. So the reason why, though, a couple of things. Number one, you know me. What's the identity? What do? And Steichen has them playing great offensively. They're leading the NFL in points per game. They're leading the NFL in point differential. They're leading the NFL rushing the ball, and Daniel Jones is playing the best football he's ever played of his life. And we talk about this all the time. When you can have a guy, Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, who's playing a Monday night right now, when you can go somewhere and you are able to have some great coaching that fits you, an offense that's surrounding you, that pulls out what you do best, guys are starting to have success, and Daniel Jones is having that. They're averaging 33 points per game. 33 points a game. They're beating any and everybody. And when they're not just playing down the competition. The Bills do that. The Chargers do that. I play a good team. All right, I'm gonna play my bad. Play a bad team, will go down. And they're going in and they're winning and taking care of business. And again, their ability to run the ball. Jonathan Taylor might be the best player in the NFL that not just us, but nobody ever talks about.
I thought that was Saquon last year. No.
Well, we talked about Saquon for years. I'm saying
you say the best player in the league. I don't think that should change like year to year. You mean who's playing very well?
No, I'm saying
year?
that we don't talk about it. That's what I'm saying. Because we talk about the Patrick Mahomes and the Lamars and the
I just
Saquons
don't think the best
and Derrick
players
Henrys
change year to year.
Right? No. I'm saying
that's
that
what I'm saying.
we come on the airways and everybody always talks about. Okay, is this a home run? I don't think he's keeping up with Gibbs. Yeah, he ain't keeping up with Gibbs.
We doing play-by-play as the show goes on?
No, just, letting people know there's a touchdown. Okay. Rob, can I tell him there's a touchdown?
Oh, is that Aaron Judge lining up?
Aaron Judge lining up. Hold on, Rob G. Let me know if Aaron Judge was up.
I'm just saying we're not supposed to do play-by-play. Go ahead.
Oh, God.
Sorry, I was watching Aaron Judge. My bad, I didn't see you.
No, but you don't hear me do play-by-play.
We don't hear you at all. You just turn over, and I'll be like, you know what I mean, Rob?
Yeah, because we're doing a radio show.
Rob, you know what I mean?
This is the bad part about having TV on.
Rob.
Especially when you're a homer and you're watching one team.
I'm sitting here telling you about the Colts who are going to be playing in the AFC Championship.
Your conversation about the Colts went out the window.
AFC Championship
because the Lions
versus
rushed
the Kings.
for a touchdown.
And Steichen has, again, the best version of Daniel Jones. They have a running game with Jonathan Taylor, the best person in the NFL that nobody ever talks about. He's been great this whole career, but as long as he's healthy, nobody talks about him. And I've just been very impressed with him. And I like you, have probably been skeptical, like, okay, well, it's week one. Okay, let's do two. All right, they didn't beat it. Oh, that was the Titans. And, dude, they have just proven to be a really good team, and it's weird to say because nobody really had those expectations coming into the season. But I don't buy into the Broncos. I don't buy into the Chargers. I don't buy into the Bills. The Bills are going to be good because Josh Allen's good, but I don't buy into them being a complete team is what I'm saying. And who else? I mean, Texans aren't what they're supposed to be. Like I'm not really big on the AFC right now. The NFC, to me, is a better conference. And the teams that I'm looking at, I already told you about the Chiefs. I said it weeks ago. Offense is about to become explosive. You see what they're doing. I already knew that was coming. But this Colts team has caught me by surprise, and I've been impressed with what I've seen. And they're the only team I look at and say their way they play is a complete package that might give a challenge to the Chiefs if they were to meet up.
Yeah, I'm not there. And I've seen a lot of Daniel Jones. I want to see them as it really gets the second half of the season. They're playing some other teams. I just need to take more of a look. It was like
and I'm not mad at that.
I'm just not.
Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. On a Trash Talking Tuesday, for over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers, find the right tires, for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. They will come to you as well. On the way, we got Trash Talking Tuesday, about 22 minutes or so away. Plus, in about 8 minutes, we got Foul or Fair. Foul with J.R. Gamble. It's foul with J.R. Gamble.
That is a foul ball.
Managing editor. We'll have some fun with him, getting ready for the World Series, kicking on Friday. Right now, talking about this, Woody Johnson, owner of the Jets, has some things to say.
And we do.
Yeah, about to say. About Aaron Glenn and the quarterback. It's my quarterback.
It looks like he's turning around parts of it. You know, it's hard when you have a quarterback with, with a rating that we got. You know, he has the ability, but something just is not jiving. But if you look at any head coach with a quarterback like that, you're going to see similar results if you go across the league. You have to play consistently at that position, and that's what we're going to try to do. If we can just complete a pass, it would look good. You got to complete some pass. You got to convince them that you can do something.
That's my quarterback, Rob.
That is unbelievable.
Right now.
If we could pass, if we could complete a pass.
There you go. Make sure you say it right. Because everything else I was cool with. Like, okay, I get it, right? Because if your quarterback's not playing great, usually that's against your team. Your coach doesn't look good because you say, okay, great. I was with, all right, I get that.
If we could just complete a pass.
If we could just complete a pass,
it would look good.
If we can just complete a pass, it would look good.
That's crazy. That again, if he was like, if we could just get the pass game rolling a little better, a little stronger.
Say that. He said,
if we can complete a pass, Rob, that is called I have had enough.
So if you're Justin Fields and you hear the soundbite or your friends send it to you or whatever, what do you?
I can tell you, Justin Fields right now, he loves the Lord like I love the Lord, and if loving the Lord is wrong, I don't want to be right. But
but that can't
right
be
now. No, I was about to say right now he might be, and maybe I need to go be a preacher status right now because
now you need to go on a retreat and maybe give up football and become a monk. How about that? I mean, seriously, like at some point, I get it, okay, but you can't interject that every time something's not going right in your work field. Am I wrong or not?
No, you can't. No. Because because it's just not fair in the sense that like
every time
everybody
go wrong,
can't be great at something. Meaning, like if there were great 32 quarterbacks in the NFL, we'd be there'd be 32 teams we could talk about with a chance to win. It's not the case. Usually 6 great ones, 5 good ones, and then the rest of the rest. My point is, there's something about just where you are in life, what you do good, what you do right. And Justin Fields is just not doing whatever it is correctly right now. He's in a struggle bus. He's had a couple of games that have been solid here or there. He had to run with the Steelers where obviously they chose to move on. Since then, it's not been great. And something's off. And Aaron Glenn, I get it. He is trying to put confidence in his young guy. He's trying to dance with the guy he brought in this case. He signed on one of them.
Because
I'm saying he was trying. Every week they'd ask him, "Are you sure you're gonna keep?" He's like, "No, Aaron, Justin Fields is our guy." But at a certain point, when I got to do what's best for the team and the veterans around who are trying to, let's win some games.
Because it's not just about Justin Fields. It's about other guys who are on the team, and that's what happens. You know what I mean? Like, there are other guys having careers too, and they want to catch the ball and they want to win a couple games. Like, they don't want this to be like, oh, we'll do whatever, just let Justin play regardless of the results. No, this is a results-driven business.
And it's not as if, Rob, the issue is any rational fan or person can go, okay, look, if this is our first-year head coach, going to be some growing pains. This is Justin Fields. Nobody said he's Patrick Mahomes and Dan Marino, but if people can see you're going somewhere, right? Like we're inching towards something. We lost a couple close ones. Right? You as a fan base, if nothing else, can lie to yourself, right? You know what I mean? You can go, all right, I like Justin Fields getting better. He's starting to deliver the ball a little more accurate. There's been nothing to build on, and in fact, a massive regression. And that's the issue, Rob. By now, what are we, week 7 going into week 8, I believe it is? Like, you should be like, all right, baby, I see we getting this. The defense getting strong. There's nothing as a team, and specifically for the quarterback who they just need to complete a pass, there's nothing there. And that's what's troubling for me, Rob, is by now, again, you could be like, all right, I'll give you an example. Like, there are quarterbacks that you start to see to start to pick up something. Like if you're feeling like maybe Dylan Gabriel, you're like, all right, he's starting to complete something here. Or the beginning stages of Brock Purdy, right? Where you're like, oh, shoot, okay. Like, I'm seeing where progression. Just regression. And you can't do that year, 4 or something in the league? And the guys that we reference, the Sam Darnolds, the Genos, the Bakers, this is his third team, as you always like to mention. So it's not like he hasn't had
3 years.
Yeah, he's not like he hasn't had a shot. So that's what's concerning for me. If he was putting up $180, not turning the ball over, but they're just losing, but he's getting better, you'd be like, all right, man, it's going to be a rough year, but we're getting better.
When you're 0-7 and you had negative 10 passing yards in a game.
That man said complete A pass.
And then the other thing was, he's holding on to the ball too long, 9 sacks the week before, did it again this week, and they finally benched him for Tyrod Taylor. And at some point, they got to figure it out. Because as much as you think people are going to let you, like, have some, growing pains, is you got to start winning some games because people will turn off quickly and be like if you're Aaron Glenn, like everybody's not going to get, because between the Dan Campbell and his bad start, but Hackett in Denver didn't get the long road. Oh, this is his first year. Just give him time. No, they got rid of him because they didn't think he could get the job done, and that's the in between.
Yeah,
it's not
the only thing I would add to your winning point is sometimes, if not only just the winning, if you could, and I mean, this is just the bad part about leadership, something like meaning being the guy, the face of a franchise. As good as a person, he probably is an amazing human. If my daughter dated him, I'd be like, wow, great. But on the field,
just don't want him to be a quarterback.
Yeah, and on the field, he doesn't elicit. There's nothing about what he says off the field or on the field that makes you go, you know what? Okay, we got something. You believe in it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, well, that wasn't motivating. That didn't inspire me. Now, it inspired me to go to Bible study, and we all need more of that. But rah, get the team going. He doesn't make me, like, believe. And that's something, listen, sometimes you got to sell the job. You know what I mean? Like, at least let me offer this to make you go, you know what? I believe in him. He's talking the talk. He ain't even talking the talk either. That's the part that's also disturbing.
Yeah.
All right, we got Foul or Fair with J.R. Gamble coming on the other side of Trendy right now.
And you should also line up.
Trash Talking Tuesday, 877-99 on Fox, 877-99 on Fox. You can get in for that as well. Right now, Steve DeSager is going to get you set on what's trending.
Hello, gentlemen. It is opening night in the NBA. Most teams start Wednesday. 2 games tonight. Late game will have the Lakers hosting Golden State, 10 p.m. Eastern time. Right now in Oklahoma City, it's Houston visiting, and the Rockets starting 5 includes 4 guys listed at 6'11", making it the tallest starting lineup for an opening night since the NBA started tracking starters over 50 years ago. OKC's up 42-41 as they approach mid-second quarter. Chet Holmgren, speaking of tall, has started 7 of 7 from the floor, 18 points for the Thunder. OKC is missing Jalen Williams tonight, out after wrist surgery. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander just 1 of 3 points, 3 turnovers in the early going. Memphis guard Ja Morant was cleared to play tomorrow after a sprained ankle. Karl Anthony Towns of the Knicks is questionable with a strained quad. Vikings quarterback Carson Wentz will start again Thursday at the Chargers. Minnesota QB J.J. McCarthy still not fully healthy after a high ankle sprain. Minnesota running back Aaron Jones was designated to return from injured reserve. He's had a strained hamstring. Chargers running back Hassan Haskins is doubtful for Thursday with a bad hamstring. Their starting running back Omarion Hampton is on IR, and the backup running back Najee Harris is out for the year. Chargers tackles Joe Alt and Trey Pipkins were able to practice today. The team was on its 6th and 7th tackles of the season last Sunday. The Jets are expected to start quarterback Tyrod Taylor instead of Justin Fields, not official yet. The 0-7 Jets play at Cincinnati Sunday. The Giants waived kicker Jude McAtamney after his 2 missed extra points last Sunday. They lost by 1 at Denver. The Giants are at Philadelphia this Sunday. Eagles veteran defensive end Brandon Graham officially re-signed today coming out of retirement. Tampa Bay wide receiver Mike Evans could return in December after last night's broken clavicle. The 1-game suspension of Broncos linebacker Dre Greenlaw was upheld, so he'll miss Sunday's contest against the Cowboys. Washington wide receivers Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel are expected to return to full practice this week after each missed the last game. Texas A&M was fined $50,000 by the SEC for faking an injury last Saturday. The Angels' new manager is Kurt Suzuki, a former catcher from nearby Cal State Fullerton. The Angels have the major's longest current playoff drought, and Mike Trout is signed through 2030. He batted about .230 the past 2 seasons. The Halos have now had 5 full-time managers in the last 7 years and haven't won a playoff series since 2009. The World Series starts Friday night on Fox TV. Toronto hosting the Dodgers. All the games are at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. In Game 1, LA will start pitcher Blake Snell. Then it's Yoshinobu Yamamoto to start Game 2 in Toronto. Game 2 is Saturday night. Back to you.
All right, Steve, thank you so much.
That ball is.
I want to start lining up for that. 877-99 on Fox. Trash Talking Tuesday coming up in about 10 minutes.
You better bring it.
You better bring it.
That's
too.
right.
When we will not NOT interrupt. So go ahead and call in for that. Right now, it's time for Follow Fair with J.R. Gamble.
That ball is.
It was a big week in the big leagues.
Who's up? Who's up?
I don't believe it! My, oh my!
Is it foul or is it fair? And now, from MLBBro.com, here's J.
That's right, it is Foul or Fair here on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio, a segment where we go around the diamond to discuss all the biggest headlines in Major League Baseball. In order to do so properly, we had to bring in a real baseball expert, a man who celebrates the efforts of the Caucasian player at MLBBro.com.
That's right.
None other
right.
than J.R. Gamble.
What?
Goddamn right.
What?
I love America. You're goddamn right.
Unbelievable. Rob G, what are you saying to me?
What's up, fellas?
What up, what up?
Everybody knows what he's saying. I'm the only true American
Oh, God.
on MLB Bro.
All right.
Everyone else hates their country.
Oh, my God.
I love America.
Really? Oh, God.
I
Okay.
love
Well,
America.
Rob G would say that because he's full-blown MAGA.
Yeah,
Remember
that's
that?
right.
I am.
Well,
it seems like the only way you can keep a job around here with Fox. Let's go.
all right. Well, all I'm going to say is today will be your last day on the Odd Couple.
Oh, no. You see the discrimination?
Yes.
Oh,
That the left liberals, they don't want free speech.
Hey, no. We can do that. Go work for Outkick Radio.
Oh,
Just saying. Go work for them.
They ain't work out for somebody else. Don't do that, Rob.
How the times have changed.
All right.
All right, guys, I got 3 baseball topics because JR is the star of the segment. He has the first crack at every single one, so let's get to it. JR, according to multiple outlets, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim in Orange County, California, were all set to hire Albert Pujols to be their next manager until things broke down at the 23rd hour because the two sides were unable to agree to the contract terms.
Not enough money.
So instead, that's right, the teams pivoted. They hired Kurt Suzuki today. JR, foul or fair to say that going cheap and passing on Albert Pujols will come back to bite the Angels in the butt.
Foul ball.
That is a foul ball.
I don't put as much stock in managers as I used to anyway, because we know baseball coaches, at the executive level has changed with the heavy emphasis on systems and statistics and mathematical percentages and the like, but the spirit of being a manager is really about dealing with personalities now. So we don't have the head-to-head strategic warfare between legendary minds of the games that we used to have. Pujols has no managerial experience. So how do we really know if the deal falling through hurts or helps the Angels? They just had Ron Washington, and he's really as good as it gets. They couldn't do much, although he had them moving in a positive direction before he retired due to the illness. But the Angels, they're crapshoot jobs for anybody, because let's be honest, nowadays, especially a manager is only as good as the talent the GMs put in place.
I'm going to just say this is foul.
That is a foul ball.
This organization hired Joe Madden, who won a World Series with the Cubs, all right? And they paid a pretty price. So they're not trying to be cheap. Albert Pujols has no experience. What is he demanding? What contract are you possibly demanding? It's a crapshoot. I saw Alan Trammell hired in Detroit. He lost 300 games in 3 years.
Mind your business.
Right, okay? And he was a fan favorite. Everybody loved Alan Trammell. He couldn't manage. I'm just saying, stop it. They're not going to be held in for ransom. They paid Albert Pujols $1 gazillion and he didn't produce for them.
Hey.
Now they're going to give us $1 gazillion to be a bad manager?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's foul.
That is a foul ball.
Not necessarily for the same reason as you just said, but you ain't lying about them. They paid Josh Hamilton. They paid Poole.
They paid everybody.
They're giving everybody. And except the guy they probably should have, and Shohei, obviously. They
paid Mike Trout. They paid everybody. Who didn't they? They're not cheap, the Angels.
So I'm going to go, but my foul is a little bit more JR. It's foul because the Angels been the Angels since the Angels been the Angels. And whether it be Pujols, whether it be, could be Sammy Sosa, I don't give a dang who they hire. It just right now, it ain't the same for them. They're struggle busting. And baseball is top down now. As general managers, here's the lineup. Here's what you want to do. And if you don't believe in your farm system, your general manager, and the way that your scouts and analysts are doing things, then a manager ultimately does it. It doesn't matter.
Now,
Bring back Mike Sosa.
When you say Sammy, which Sammy are we talking about?
What color is he today?
The black Sammy?
He looks like no. He looks like, remember the Frankenstein the cereal?
No.
He's that color, the Pepto-Bismol kind of color.
Question number 2: outside of Rob Parker,
why you gotta do me dirty?
The baseball world was left in awe after Shohei Ohtani's NLCS Game 4 performance.
I'm still getting text messages.
3 homers as a batter, 10 strikeouts out of pitcher. It was a legendary thing to watch. And one thing America didn't fully agree on, though, was that Ohtani being named NLCS. Given that, to Rob's point, he was pretty damn terrible through the first 3 games, but he was awesome in Game 4. So, JR, foul or fair to say Ohtani did not, NOT, deserve to be named the series MVP?
Foul.
That is a foul ball.
I mean, you have to give it to him. First of all, it's clear that everyone in baseball is ready to anoint him the Michael Jordan of the game, totally dismissing anybody that has played dating back to the Negro League. So, how could you not give it to him after that insane performance where he pitched and hit? I give it to him. That was phenomenal. And the way people across the sports world reacted to it. The World Series is baseball's time to finally take center stage in sports, right? And the hype has to be at 1,000. And everyone, especially baseball fans and media, cover the game and feed into that hyperbole because all they want is the game to continue to thrive. So there's the 25 to 35-year-old sports babies who think basketball began when Michael Jordan's career started and ended, and baseball started with Barry Bonds. So Ohtani deserves the MVP because he certainly is the attraction, and after all, baseball is a business.
Foul.
That is a foul ball.
He didn't deserve it because nobody had really performed up until that point. And if you're looking at Ohtani was batting 150 in the postseason coming into that game. And Yamamoto pitched a complete game against the Brewers, okay? If you wanted to pick one and say, let me see, Ohtani had 6 innings. Snell had 8 innings. Yamamoto had a complete game in the postseason. Nobody has complete games anymore. you could have made a case for him. This was just because if this would have happened in game 1 and not the last game, they probably wouldn't have given it to him. It was just because it just happened and they had the other guys and they couldn't really figure out on anything, and they would think people would be bummed out if he didn't get it.
Rob G, am I supposed to be the baseball guy here between these two? Because foul, and it ain't foul. Let me tell you why.
That is a foul
It
ball.
ain't foul for none of the reasons y'all just said. Boy, I'm so glad I'm here sometimes. Let me tell you why it's foul. Because you just mentioned Yamamoto might have won it, had some instances, right? And you, JR, said it could have been somebody else. I get that.
If Yamamoto pitched the last game, if it was game 4.
I'm not mad at you. I actually agree with you. But watch this. But he also had a game, 3 home runs. So he gave you 2 games of the 4. He gave you 2 games, meaning one game could have been this.
3 games. He gave you 7 innings.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
6 innings.
It was 6 innings. So he gave you multiple games into 1. So that's why he
it
won
only counts as one
no,
game.
No,
All
that's
right, come
why.
on. Real last one. Let's do it.
Rob G, I'm glad I'm here.
Real quick,
baseball
last
guy.
one, Fowler Fair, JR Gamble with the odd
Real
couple.
quick, we got trash
Yes,
talking.
we got trash talking, Rob. Can't forget about the calls. JR, George Springer, his 23rd career postseason home run last night, sent the Blue Jays to the World Series. Tied for 3rd on the all-time list. Now, he already holds the record for most homers in a single World Series with 5. Easy question. Fowler Fair says Springer is one of the greatest playoff performers in baseball history.
I'll leave y'all with this. Fair.
It's a fair ball.
That MLB bro is masterfully clutch. You want numbers? I'll give them to you real quick on my way out.
Real quick.
Postseason homers in baseball with 23, trailing only the legendary Manny Ramirez and Altuve. And his 54 runs scored, ranked 12th all time among players with at least 200 plate appearances. And he has the highest slugging percentage than Mickey Mantle and Reggie Jackson. So great players do great things at great times. And yes, man, Springer is one of the best to ever do it. Some guys just do it in the postseason.
Foul.
He's one of them.
Foul.
That is a foul ball.
Reggie Jackson is Mr. October.
I can argue with that. Fair, because all I'm going to say is.
Nobody said that. I said his slugging percentage is higher than Mr. October.
Time. Let me get mine off real quick,
Hurry up.
Fair, because I told Rob yesterday, he said, should they take him out? He's wincing, he's hurt.
Remember
I said,
that?
keep him in because he's going to have a Kirk Gibson moment. Dang it, I was right. I'm the baseball man on this show.
All right. Thank you, JR.
MLBBro.com predicted it.
That's right. JR, appreciate you, man. All right, here we go. Trash Talking Tuesday, 877-99 on Fox, 877-99 on Fox. If you want to get in, it's your time to do it. Fox Sports Radio.
Hey, it's Trash.
This is why people get caught up on this whole idea of prisoner of the moment. Because the prisoner of the moment made it like Shohei had done something that nobody had ever done. Okay?
Okay.
And it's not true. Okay? First of all, people have hit 3 home runs in a game.
I'm laughing at you fighting for your life right now.
Reggie Jackson hit 3 home runs on 3 pitches, consecutive pitches, by 3 different pitchers in a World Series game. An incredible feat.
That's how I feel.
Here's the other part. So people, I get it. He's a unicorn. They're making it like, well, yeah, we know because only him and Babe Ruth have been the only guys who have pitched, right, and hit home runs at this kind of clip. There's only been 2 guys since the 20s. But people keep going, he's the first guy since, yeah, of course he is, because nobody else has ever done it.
That's exactly why it's impressive. Nobody else has done it.
Hear me out.
You literally you know nobody else has ever done this before, but it ain't impressive.
No, Babe Ruth was the last guy who had the opportunity to
So
do it.
100 years ago.
Okay, but here's the part where they go, they say the 3 home runs, okay. Even though Kike Hernandez had 3 home runs in a game, playoff game. That didn't happen. It's not like that never happened.
Okay.
But then the whole thing is about, and he struck out 10. He struck out 10 batters. He struck out 10. I'm like, okay, that's good.
Okay.
But it wasn't like he had shut down the mighty Milwaukee Brewers. And here's my issue. Blake Snell pitched 8 innings of unbelievable ball against the Milwaukee Brewers. Yamamoto pitched a complete game against the Milwaukee Brewers. They were dead on arrival. Shohei didn't do anything special. Everybody and their uncle, I could have pitched 4 scoreless innings against that team. They couldn't hit. They couldn't score any runs. So people are making it like he pitched a no-hitter and hit 4 home runs on every at-bat. That's not what happened.
Rob.
That's not what happened. What he did pitching-wise was not that impressive against this Milwaukee Brewers team.
You were screaming in a room by yourself.
Okay, no,
because
I'm
nobody
not.
else is. You are like in an insane asylum.
No, I'm not.
In a straitjacket. No, I swear.
Rob.
Listen to your. No, hold on, Alex.
I'm
Put
not
the
even with
camera
Rob.
on me. Let me also tell you why it's remarkable. To be down in the dumps and in a slump is what makes it incredible, because you could continue down that, just never perform again, and it doesn't even need to. The team's carrying me. The starting pitchers carry me. I can just ride this coast and on into the postseason. Nope. He had enough. The man said the buck stops here, and what he did was say, home run. Oh, let me go put on my let me take this off and go pitch real quick. And strike out 10 and hit another home run. And we talking about hockey right now because we were talking about earlier the Maple Leafs. The man hit a hat trick. You ball, he did a turkey. And this is on top of, again, this is a $700 million man. Most people don't live up to the hype of things like that. He comes to this team. He lives up to it last year. He's incredible.
Did
MVP.
he live up to it in the
Gonna be an
postseason?
MVP season. And that's what makes this remarkable.
Did he live up
finally
to it
put
in
the
the
snide to
postseason?
it. And then you can sit up here and tell me, well, only 2 people have done it, him and Babe Ruth. Well, then, arguably the greatest player ever. You're telling me only other person who does something was the greatest player ever.
No, but his
But
career, his
nothing.
career isn't long enough for you to consider him the greatest player of all time. And that's what people were saying.
You are
No,
trying
that's
to
what people
also
are saying.
poo-poo the performance.
No.
Don't be a prisoner of the moment.
No,
We've seen this before. No, we have not.
Yes,
and
we
Tony
have.
Kornheiser, who is your senior, was
he
at
is.
that game with Reggie Jackson. He said, I was at that game when he hit 3 home runs. And you know what? This was even better. He said, because I could go to Reggie Jackson and say, Reggie, you know what you didn't do? And Reggie would say, pitch. Right now it's time for Trash Talking Tuesday.
Don't you ever talk about me. It's Trash Talking Tuesday.
It's your teeth, Reggie. I don't know whether to smile at you or kick a field goal, man.
All right, let's get as many in as we can. Orlando and El Paso, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Who you trashing, Orlando?
Hey, guys. I'm trashing UNC and Bill Belichick. I mean, Bill Belichick's record at UNC right now looks like his dating life. Questionable decisions and no long-term commitment. And also, Mrs. Hudson here, Jordan or whatever her name is. Man, her nail polish is thirsty thoughts. That's all I'm going to say about that.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
No doubt.
How about Hollywood in Chicago? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Who you trashing, Hollywood?
What up, gentlemen? Man, I'm trashing Troy Aikman. Listen, man, I'm so tired of this guy. Every chance he got, he just took shots at my Bears. I mean, let's be honest. Are these the Bears that just couldn't find a way to win last year? We had a 10-game losing streak, and all of a sudden we put 4 straight wins together and got our revenge because we had that date circled on the calendar with the Washington Commanders. And we finally get him back, and he had nothing good to say. Talking about we had lucky touchdowns. Dude, get out of here, man. You lucky you played with Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin, man. Get out of here. You a bum.
Oh.
There you go. Hollywood ain't playing around.
He ain't acting Hollywood at all.
Eric in Riverside, California. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Who you trashing, Eric?
What's up, Rob? What's up, Kelvin?
What's up, you?
I'm trashing the Green Bay Packers, man. Hey, we better not lose this Sunday against the Steelers. Hey, our defense sucks right now. Our offense sucks, dude. We better get it together. We better not lose to Aaron Rodgers, man. That's all I got to say, man.
All right.
I got my son on the line, too. He wants to say something. Go, Isaac.
Yo, love is better than Aaron Rodgers, and then so we have to.
All right, Aaron. Yes, thanks, Aaron.
Isaac.
Isaac or whatever.
Yeah. Don't be hating on the kid. The kid, see, that was his moment, Rob. You always talk about that was his moment. He was going to be on radio and become a great radio personality.
He sound like a broken record.
Don't do that to him.
Going on.
Great job.
Like today, Junior.
Great job, young man.
Rob,
I will
caution.
see you in the future when you have a job in radio
Don't get
TV.
fired.
Great job, young man.
Rob,
inspired a young
caution.
man. Dang it. That was his odd couple moment
God,
like
just
you.
say it.
Can't believe it.
Say
Hey,
it.
Rob G, if he was
if you come on the odd couple, you gotta come correct.
Rob G,
I don't care how old you are.
Hey, Elijah, I need this cut. If he was disrespecting Justin Fields, you'd have like, oh, what a wonderful young man. What you know what? He is our future broadcaster. But he went at Aaron Rodgers. Now that's enough, kid.
He couldn't spit it out. I was trying to let him go. All right.
I'm trash talking right now. Is it my time?
No, be quiet. Sean from Sacramento, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio.
Who you trashing, Sean? I can't believe it.
Yo, my uncle from another mother. Cousin Kelvin, my brother's by the boys. Don't worry, Kelvin. I got you, bruh. Rob Parker, how dare you do that to the youth of America, man? Over here talking about, I got a press box named after me so future kids from Queens could grow up and be just like me. And as soon as they call it their moment to shine, you bashing them. But that's not even half as bad as your Tiny take. 3 home runs and 10 strikeouts and you yawning? Man, if that ain't the worst MLB bro I ever heard about, man, you supposed to know about baseball. If Aaron Judge took the mound, you'd be praising him, singing about him, putting articles out about him, but let it be Ohtani-san, man, and all of a sudden it ain't that impressive. Rob Parker, no way, no how is that a real take?
Wow.
No.
What?
Rob! Rob! That's your people.
Elijah, I need this. I need this. You know what? Don't even go no more last trash talking. I'm trash talking you. You know what? What the late great Whitney Houston told us? She said, I believe the children are our future. Treat them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside.
Wait a minute. I was very patient. I let him go about 9 or 10, like he was stumbling, 8 ums. It was about 8, 2,
you know what?
3, 4, 5.
And then you didn't even have like a nice like, oh, way to go, buddy. No.
You know what I said?
All right. Get off my radio.
Whenever you get we got to go through it with the staff. I trust their decisions. We're going to look at the film. Anytime it's going back to looking at the film, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. They've had enough. It's time to move on. Maybe they'll get a win.
Yeah, maybe. Here's the reality of the situation. They're not a good football team. They're not. And they moved on. They put themselves in this position. I don't know how big of a piece he was ultimately in moving on from Rodgers, but this is what they put themselves in. The one thing they can say is, hey, Justin Fields hasn't turned the football over, but they just cannot stay on the field. They cannot create explosives. They cannot get points. They struggle. I mean, 4 touchdown passes on the season. So they've got to find a way of generating more production. They've got to find a way. And I don't know if that falls on, just Justin Fields, the quarterback position. They haven't protected him well at times. But this to me it goes back before the season even started. You had a guy who could have given you a much better offensive play than what you have now. That's not the direction you wanted to go. So you made this bed, now you got to lay in it. Nice. And but the problem is if they go to Tyrod Taylor, I mean, one, you've got a lot of football left to be played, more than half the season. And two, it's like you're throwing in the towel on Fields, who you knew when you made the decision to bring him in, he's still a work in progress. As a quarterback, he's still developing. So I don't know why you make that decision and then don't want to see it through. What, because you didn't think you're going to be 0-6? 0-7? I don't know, man. This organization this is one of the more damning years for looking at this organization and how poor of decisions they make.
And that's saying something.
Yeah, in a way it is, but then like you look back at, what it was like under Robert Saleh when Rodgers was there, and you realize like all that dysfunction really came from the top. It wasn't like Saleh. It wasn't all those things. I mean, that year got bad the first year when Rodgers was going to be there because of the expectations and, obviously it didn't work out because he got injured. And then things started to come off the rails. But at no point did everyone rally around Robert Saleh and that team and just say, look, our plan A went to crap 4 plays into the season. Let's just calm down. Let's get to the following year and let's kind of build from there. And instead they hit the panic button about halfway through the season, it felt like. They canned Saleh. They're a wandering ship in sea. And like it's just the whole thing's been a disaster.
I always said
you can't outperform dysfunction.
Never. It'll never happen.
Yeah, but you were into them this year.
So all this really says is that the dysfunction from the top, from the leadership, has not changed.
It's opening night in the NBA. Just 2 games this evening at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. The Lakers host Golden State. Right now, at defending champion Oklahoma City. Halftime, Houston leads the Thunder 57-51. 18 points for OKC's Chet Holmgren, who started 7 of 7 from the floor. MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 5 points, 3 turnovers in the first half. As for tomorrow night, Ja Morant, Memphis star guard, was cleared to play after a sprained ankle, and Karl Anthony Towns of the Knicks questionable for tomorrow with a strained quad. The Angels' new manager is Kurt Suzuki, a former catcher from nearby Cal State Fullerton. The World Series starts Friday night on Fox TV. Toronto hosting the Dodgers. In Game 1, LA will start pitcher Blake Snell. As for the NHL tonight, Capitals lead 3-0 over Seattle at the end of 2, and Vikings quarterback Carson Wentz will start again Thursday night at the LA Chargers. I'm Steve DeSager.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Let's go. Hour number 3 on a Trash
Number
Talking
3.
Tuesday. Man, that was some Trash Talking Tuesday. And if you missed any of today's show, The Odd Couple here on Fox Sports Radio, you will want to catch the podcast. Just search Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. Rob G's putting it together as we speak. Right after the show, today's podcast will be posted. Be sure to follow the podcast. Rate it at least 5 stars because we're worth it. And you can even provide a review. Again, just search Odd Couple.
Do it!
Wherever you get your podcast, and you'll find today's full show and a best of version posted right at the end of the show. Don't forget, coming up in 28 minutes, Mark Funky Cole Medina, of course, Fox Sports Radio NBA insider and NBA writer for Essentially Sports. Another place I haven't heard of yet, but there he is. Last call. What? What? I haven't heard of Essentially Sports yet. That's all I said.
Hey, yo, you were on one today. The last 10 minutes.
What? I just, okay. And
okay.
And last call as well. Coming up in case you weren't able to get in.
Is it still Trash Talking Tuesday? Because I want to trash you right now.
No, wait a minute. What the last? So the last. What was that kid's name? Do you remember?
I believe it was Isaac. I could be wrong, but I thought it
Rob
wasn't
G,
Aaron.
was it Isaac? Is the kid's name?
Yeah, I thought it was Isaac.
And we were trying. I'm all about helping people.
I don't know that anymore.
I'm a mentor to many young kids. I'm always trying to get them into the business and help them along the way. And this kid, what was his name again?
Isaac.
Isaac.
It's just that it's
okay.
the 5th time you keep forgetting his name.
Okay, Isaac. I thought it was Aaron, but he was talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I tried. Listen for yourself, because I tried to let this kid get on the air.
I'm gonna tell you where
have
you went
his
wrong.
first moment on the air and all that. And this is a national radio show.
Yeah, that's true.
And the kid, he froze, but I tried.
Okay.
Here we go.
See, this is what I'm talking about. I can't believe you right now.
He couldn't get it out.
Listen, the father and
Was
me.
he ordering a steak-'em sandwich? I'm just asking.
What he was doing, Rob, was on the radio with his dad's favorite show, listening to Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington, The Odd Couple, and he was excited, and he got a little over-jittered and was excited. And you were supposed to go, all right, little buddy, appreciate it. Hey, thanks for calling, man.
I gave him as much time as I could.
This is how you ended it. All right, Aaron. All right, Aaron. No, you're supposed to end it. All right, buddy, thank you, man. Hey, we appreciate the call. Keep listening. That's how you're supposed to end it.
Rob
Not,
G.
all right, Aaron. I'm like, Rob, his name is not even Aaron. All right, Aaron.
All right, Rob G.
That's that kid's supervillain, origin story.
There's the origin
right
story.
There.
Where he became a
right
villain.
There.
What happened?
Yep. it's going to be your fault.
It was 25
All
years
right,
ago.
now Rob G.
I called into the radio show.
On YouTube.
The YouTubians are in full effect.
But they're on my side.
The odd mile. I'm going to read some of these comments here. Trey says Rob's a fool for that one.
What did I do?
Orley says kid got trashed for stuttering and stuttering. Sean, the official mayor of the Odd Couple YouTube, says, quote, "We will not NOT interrupt you unless you're a kid, then get off my line."
It's a good point, Sean.
Damon says Rob's the radio equivalent to a WWE heel.
Yeah. Yeah.
CS says Uncle Rob a fool. He had to do little man like that.
What? How did I do him? I gave the guy 20 seconds.
Because
Alex.
you're missing the point.
Zach says Rob's a cornball brother for that. Oh, God.
Alex, did I not give him 20
Isaac,
or 30
call back.
seconds?
Call back. We'll get you on the show.
Get your call back, Isaac. Dad, if you're listening, have Isaac call back because everybody
We
has
let him on the show. I could have told when the dad said, "Let me put my son on." I could have stopped it right then and there. We usually don't do double calls, Rob G. Right? We don't do double calls.
Double calls.
We allowed him to put his son on. We were trying to let him have his moment on the national radio, and the kid flubbed it. That's all. I'm just saying.
The kid. That is where you're supposed to go. Oh, man. Thank you, little buddy. Hey, great call. Go do your homework. Have fun. Like that. You got to learn a little.
All right. Oh, God. I try so hard.
You did try.
I tried.
You tried.
Tito, pass me a tissue.
Let me tell you. This is the day that Isaac, I'm telling you, this is his villain story.
Alex, can you see the tears in my eyes? Because the last thing I ever would want to do is hurt a kid.
Yeah.
It's because other than Santa Claus, I'm the next guy. I'm just saying. When it comes to
like
kids.
it's close. Like Santa, then you. Guess who not to? Isaac. Let me tell you who we have lost a fan who for the rest of our tenure. Oh, man, dude, it's crazy. I was listening to The Odd Couple.
Sean has a new comment. This is great. Yo, that kid somewhere crying into his Rob Parker frame picture while he tears apart his ticket from the Rob Parker media room.
The little Wolverine. He is not Wolverine. Not a Wolverine looking at the frame.
That kid is hurt so bad that he's actually going to listen to Jim Rome tomorrow. That's how bad it is.
Does not get carried away. All right, where are we at now?
All right, Cal Raleigh was talked to after the game. Obviously, the Mariners lose a heartbreaker. They were up 3-1, give up a 3-run home run in the bottom of the seventh to George Springer. They lose 4-3. He had a home run in the game, and they were asked basically about whether this season was a failure. The Mariners are the only team not to win a pennant. Forget about winning a World Series, but actually winning a pennant to go to the World Series. That's what the pennant would be if they would have won yesterday. And remember, they won the first two games in Toronto. So they had to lose 4 out of 5 not to make it to the World Series. And here was his answer when they asked him about the season. He said it very quietly, didn't he?
I hate to use the word failure, but it's a failure. And that's what we expected, was to get to a World Series, win a World Series, and that's, what the bar is and the standard is, and, it's what we want to hold ourselves accountable to. But, it hurts.
All right. There's a real-time answer and a real-time gut feeling and a real-time sadness to it, and I believe him. He feels it's a failure. He feels they were let down. We were right there. You mentioned it. You go in there, you steal 2 in Toronto. You're feeling good about it. The odds are in your favor. You're up in Game 7. You hit a home run. And to lose, it feels like a failure. But this is where I disagree with him. I think time will reveal. Right now, he's in the middle of it. Right? You ask him immediately, you put a mic in his face after a tough Game 7 loss, chance to go to World Series. Of course he's going to say it feels like a failure. But I disagree. And the reason why is the specific sport. Baseball is hard. Baseball is unique in that it's a team sport, but it's the most individualized team sport, right? And so many guys are considered greats who didn't even sniff a World Series opportunity. So many guys are great who maybe got to the World Series but didn't have it. We say sometimes, a lot of people believe Barry Bonds is the greatest player ever. He doesn't have it. Obviously, went to World Series, but doesn't have one. Mike Trout for some years, man, where is he? One of the all-time greats. Doesn't have one as well and has not even made the postseason in eons. Baseball is just different like that, where you can be remarkable. Your team can have a really good run. They can have an incredible season, and it doesn't have to hinge on simply did you win a title. Basketball is like that. Because you have a Steph Curry, a LeBron in his prime, a Kobe in his prime, you fill in the blank. And usually with that, that's 20, maybe even 40%, depending on how you look on it, because the guy plays offense and he plays defense. He can be that spectacular. Play 42 of the 48 minutes. And if you have Jordan, you have LeBron, you have Shaq, you expect to win a title in the next 10 years, depending on how long they're with your team. So it's a little bit different. If you're the Patrick Mahomes and them, you feel like we got Andy Reid, we got Patrick Mahomes, we got a few of the same pieces. We expect to win titles. It's a failure if we don't. Baseball is just tricky like that. Cubs sold out for eons. People, they didn't win for 100 years or whatever it was. The Red Sox didn't win for eons, and they still consider them. People love them. They go to the games, and obviously it sucks and you want to win, but it's not considered a failure. Baseball is just a completely different sport in that regard. So, again, in the real-time moment, I totally fully expect him to feel that way. But I think as time goes by, he'll feel differently because it's a unique sport in that you don't have to just win to still be considered great. You don't have to have World Series titles to be considered great. You can be great, a team can be really good, and not be penalized as you would be if you're a great quarterback in the NFL. If you don't go to the Super Bowl and you're a great quarterback, you can get penalized. If you're a star player in the NBA, you never win a title or get to the finals, you can be penalized and be deemed for that. It's different in baseball. So I don't think it's a failure. I think he's going to look back and feel differently at some point.
Yeah, I disagree. It was a failure. And in this standpoint, it's one thing if they had a really good team all year. They did all these things that they want to accomplish. And then they were up 2-0. It wasn't like you got swept and you were overmatched and then people say, well, they lucked into the playoffs and they really weren't that good. No, people really thought that they were that good.
I mean, I picked them to get to the rest of the year.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying. So you did, and then they win the first 2 games. The only way you don't win is you got to lose 4 of the next 5. 3 of those 5 games are in your own building. Do you see what I'm saying?
I do.
So when they look at it, it's hard. It was like I told you before with the Knicks and why Tibbs got fired. You beat the Celtics, the defending champs. Mm-hmm. Now Indiana's coming to your crib and you go, everybody in New York, the Knicks are going to the finals. Oh, my God, they beat the Celtics, and now they just got to beat the Pacers. Pacers beat them last year in 7 games. You remember the Knicks had some injuries, whatever. The Pacers won. This year, you're up by 14 or whatever it was, 16 with 2:43 to go, and you choke down that game. Then you don't even fight back in game 2 at home. You lose that game. And I'm telling you, if you go ask people and say, well, last year the Knicks got to the conference finals for the first time in eons, and my God, is that a great season? No. That was a failure because something was sitting there. And that's why I think the Mariners could obviously look at it. They didn't get blown out 10-0 in game 7. They were up 3-1 with needing 7 outs, right? 8 outs, because it was in the 7th inning with 1 out. So they were 8 outs away from going to the World Series for the very first time in their franchise history. You think Kyle Raleigh is going to hit 60 home runs again? Like, this is one of those moments and situations you want to capitalize because everything worked out for you. And then you go, oh, we're going to get 60 home runs again next year? We're going to have this go right? Or the Rangers going to be banged up? And are we going to win a division? You know, all these other things you start to look at. And you know how hard it is because you've seen the Yankees with their payroll haven't won a World Series since 2009. It ain't automatic that you get to go back next year and you're in that position. That's why for him to say it's a failure, I know it sounds harsh, but it is a failure for Seattle.
And I absolutely hear you, but for so many reasons, that's why I think he's going to eventually look at it. We talk about Seattle and how they haven't done much. They haven't had great seasons. They haven't had, and not to mention him personally, a historic personal season, which in baseball is a great ride for the fan base, right? They take this ride with him. They go through home run setting, most home runs for a catcher, most home runs for a switch hitter, most home runs in franchise history. All of those things matter as a part of the season. And I'm telling you, fans himself, they're going to look back as they get further away and be like, man, that was an incredible season. It sucks that we didn't get there, and that burns for a while and burns forever. But the idea that the season was a failure, I don't think he's going to feel that way as time goes by. You put a mic in his face in that moment, absolutely he's going to say that. Fans might feel that, but I think
I'd rather hear him say that if I was a fan rather than Giannis saying when they lost, it wasn't a failure, or what was his exact thing, Rob G? He was just kind of poo-pooing the whole nobody lost or whatever. Like that whole notion, I'm not buying that because we do keep track of who wins and who loses. You know, steps to success, which you lost. You know, Doc Rivers could sit there and go, what did he say? Oh, I don't know how many people lost that many games.
Oh, yeah. Doc, no. Doc is the worst of all time.
Yeah, that was what, right?
Doc
his
making up excuses for him. He was basically saying, you know how hard it is to even get to the playoffs?
Right, that's what I'm saying, right.
Yeah,
more than half the league makes the playoffs, Doc. Yeah. What part don't we understand?
Tripping. Doc was tripping.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Was Cal Raleigh right when he called the Mariners season a failure or not? We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple we got a sinister look on your face on a Trash Talking Tuesday, a radio show that encourages you and wants them to be on the air and be a part of the national radio audience. Where are you going? Go ahead. Right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Especially if you're in US of A.
Rob G buried the lead. If you were my reporter and you turned in a story about the Denver Broncos and not the New York Football Giants, I would send that story back. Because that story was not about the Denver Broncos at all. Zero, zip, nada. It was about the New York freaking Football Giants who choked down a colossal game. 18 points with 5 minutes to go had never happened. I'm going to mirror this to one other situation. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
It's when the Knicks lost to the Pacers with 2:43 to go, and they choked down that lead. Guess what happened? It cost, call me Mr. Tibbs, his job. Tom Thibodeau was fired after that, and I told you, if you can't get fired off of that, you can never get fired. Brian Daboll, pack your bags. Your life as head coach of the New York freaking Football Giants is over. Are you kidding me? That's not the first time this year. He mishandled the game against Dallas, and it cost him a game. That's 2 freaking games this year by him alone. Are you serious? Denver, my ass. I don't care what Bo Nix did. I don't care. Because if the Giants did what they were supposed to do, how do you rush 3 men and let the quarterback have all day? Of course he threw for touchdowns. There was no pressure. How do you turn a great quarterback into a mediocre one? You apply the pressure. You're rushing 3? Come on, Kelvin. You know football. That's why the players walked off. You neutralized them. Oh, but there are 8 guys out there in the DB, so no.
You don't get nobody that much time.
Thank you. I don't care who you are. And guess what? People run themselves open. They know where they're going. It's hard on the defense. You know why? Because they don't know where you're going. Are you kidding me? Brian Daboll, pack your bags.
Well, Brian Daboll definitely is texting, you know my theory. He is at home right now updating the LinkedIn page. He is up now talking to his agent like, yeah, what you think? Anything else out there? Because this is an epic collapse. We know that. Rob G just mentioned 1,600 times. You can't be the first of something to happen 1,600 times. Now, we know the first is going to happen in anything in life. That's why it's the first. However, you don't want to be the first that it happened to. And this is the other thing, too. This is the second or third time that we've seen Brian Daboll have meltdowns on the field. Remember the whole blue tent issue and yelling at a health person like, man, what did I do?
Yelling at a doctor.
Yelling at a doctor who's just trying to check up on your, could be a star quarterback. And he's doing his job. And so you can feel the pressure on Daboll. You can see the pressure mounting on him. He's overthinking, he's overcorrecting, and he's not inspiring his team in the sense that there's no way you're supposed to lose this game where you allow them. If they score 20, I get it. That happens. People score, have a hot fourth quarter. 33 points can't happen in the fourth quarter, and especially when somebody on this show said the Giants are the best defense and they're going to be the best team in the NFC East. His name is Rob G. Talked about their defense.
No, that's why Rob G wants to talk about Denver.
No, I am going to get to Denver on the other side of this, but that's just that's a horrible loss for a team that had a chance to be building on something, right? That had some chance to be building momentum.
That's a huge win. That would be a huge win.
Again, nobody has expectations, except Rob G, that they're going to be anything. But you get a big win like that against a team people have, huge playoff aspirations for. You feel good. Your young quarterback, your young running back doing some things. You got some mojo going out there. So that's a big letdown from your coach. It's a big letdown for the team. And he's been having these meltdowns the last 2 or 3 weeks that is starting to make, I'm imagining, folks in New York look at him and question him as a head coach. The only other thing I will say, what the heck is up with the Broncos where they're supposed to be Sean Payton, a Hall of Fame coach, Sean Payton is an offensive guru, and they can't freaking score. If you take that fourth quarter away in the fourth quarter against the Eagles 3 weeks ago, but 2 weeks prior to that, they have 16 points in 3 games. So I am concerned what the heck is going on with the Broncos that they're supposed to be, again, an offensive juggernaut with Sean Payton. And prior to the fourth quarter, they had 16 points if you take away that fourth quarter and the fourth quarter of the Eagles. So something's up with the Broncos, but they found their swag, and it reminded me of It is the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, on a Trash Talking Tuesday. We got Mark Funky Cole Medina coming up. Last call coming up as well. Steve DeSager will get you updated on some of the NBA games and all the action that's happening around sports in just a minute. Be sure to check out the brand new YouTube channel. And you can watch it live. YouTube right now, we are simulcasting on there. That's right. To simulcast it on YouTube. Search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Again, that's Odd Couple FSR. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. And don't stop there. Hit the thumbs up icon and comment away. Let us know which one of us is the odd one. Check us out on YouTube and watch it live right now. Search
Which one is the honest one? Honest and odd. I'm honest.
Yeah. Well, first of all, no, you're not. You talked about Ohtani. That's not honest.
All right, 877-99 on
That's
Fox.
Right.
You don't have an issue. I mean, you have an issue with Cal Raleigh.
No,
right?
I don't. I think he's going to realize it was not a failure. Absolutely not a failure.
It was a failure.
Yeah.
They were up 2-0 after winning the first two. They lost 4 of the last 5, including Game 7, which they led 3-1 going into the bottom of the 7th inning. That's a failure, period. 877-99 on Fox. Andre in Massachusetts, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dre?
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for taking the call. Listen, Mariners, they had a Sisyphus situation, right, where they rolled the ball all the way to the top of the hill, just almost there, only to have it come tumbling back down all the way to the bottom. I can't agree with Raleigh, though, that the season was a failure. Based on when's the last time the Mariners were in a championship conversation relevant? Has it been since Ichiro retired? What are we talking about here? This is building towards something now. Yes, and I know that second place is first loser, but did they have championship aspirations coming into the season?
Well, when they were up 2-0, you don't think they thought they were going to the World Series? I'm just asking you. When you're up 2-0, two road wins to start.
Point taken, yes. But we see these swings all the time in sport. Yeah, you're up 2-0, you have the commanding lead, but that it's not insurmountable. 2-0 is different than 3-0, and a lot of times teams can't come back and swing the momentum. So it's heartbreaking. It's self-defeating. It's a morale crusher, all of those. But to say the entire season is a failure, I just think that, that's a bridge too far based on what the expectations were for the team.
And Andre, real quick. You know what kind of guy I am. I'm the kind of guy who would let a young kid get a break on radio his first time. They're trying to paint me out as I'm a bad guy, Andre. You don't buy into that, do you?
I can't do it. No. Somebody from New York City, you know what I mean? No. What they need to do is get some coffee and a sweet roll and keep it moving. You're not a bad guy.
That's right. Thank you.
I love, Rob G, I love the days. It's a day. Boy, you sound like another network. It's always the days doing stuff.
Is that Jola in Dallas? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio.
Right?
What's happening?
What's up with y'all?
What's up,
man? Doing good, man. Oh, yeah. Now, I've been watching y'all on YouTube. Y'all look good, man. Y'all doing it good. Y'all doing it big, man.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you, my man.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate you.
For sure. Nah, Rob, you need to get a haircut, though. You need to trim up that beard, though. I'm going to get on you.
It is a little crazy. I'm not going to lie. After my press box appearance,
you don't care anymore.
NABJ coming up or what?
Nah, he got till August, Joel.
I'm gonna get it cut. It's coming.
But Kyle Raleigh's 100%, man. This is professional sports, man. You can't be saying it's a good season if you didn't make it to the big game and win it, And let's talk about the game. The pitcher, that Wu kid should have stayed in. I don't even watch baseball. I never miss it because I don't watch it too much. They should have kept Wu in the game. He looked like he had the look of a guy that was ready to go.
He was wooing all right. He was. I know. I mean,
and Kirby, they look healthy. The younger kids, and then they put in that other guy. He looked like the battle off of the chicken legs. Springer versus the other guy. They didn't look like he looked like his knee wasn't going to work, and then he hit that home run. I was like, man, that's crazy.
That was a crazy.
That was his Kirk Gibson. I knew he was going to have that Kirk Gibson.
Because remember, I said, and thanks for the call. I did say to you, remember, I said maybe they should sit him down because he looked so bad in his first couple of at-bats.
Wincing and all that. Yeah, and I said Kirk Gibson.
And it was Gibby. Eric in Riverside. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Eric?
What's up, Rob? Hey, this is Eric and Isaac.
Hey, here we go. What's up?
Hey.
How's Isaac doing?
Isaac, go ahead. Get him. Trash him. Isaac.
Hey, Rob.
Yes.
Rob. So now you're built like a fat pig.
See? You done turned him into, now he going to be out here gangster in these streets.
Isaac, can you get on the line? Isaac, you're a cool guy. We let you back on the radio. How old are you, Isaac?
Guess how old I am.
No, because then I'm gonna make a mistake, and then you're gonna hold it.
Isaac, you're 9. That's my guess. 9.
No, I'm not 9.
How old are you?
Tell him, Isaac.
Guess.
He wants you to guess.
All right, 11.
Nope.
All right, we don't have all day, Isaac.
All right, come on, tell him. What are you talking?
12.
12. Okay, I said 11. I was close.
Close.
All right.
Close.
And you know what, Isaac? You sound good on the radio, man.
Thank you.
Hey, Isaac.
What?
Can you work noon to 2? I'm just asking.
No.
Wow. Okay, all right. Thanks for calling back. Thank you, guys.
Don't get fired. Rob. Caution. Rob. Caution.
Steve DeSager.
Okay, maybe. Yeah, I'll take over. Sure.
Thank you, Steve.
Houston Rockets leading on opening night at Oklahoma City, 71-70, 3 minutes to go in the third. Kevin Durant now with Houston has 16 points in this game. For OKC, Chet Holmgren started 7 of 7 from the floor. He's missed his last 4 shots. He has 18 points to lead his team. Jalen Williams of the Thunder out after wrist surgery. The late game in about a half an hour has the Lakers hosting Golden State. Jimmy Butler of the Warriors was cleared to play after an ankle injury. Most NBA teams start Wednesday. And Karl Anthony Towns of the Knicks questionable with a strained quad. Memphis guard Ja Morant was cleared to play tomorrow after a sprained ankle. Paul George of Philadelphia is out tomorrow after off-season knee surgery. The Angels' new manager is Kurt Suzuki, a former catcher from nearby Cal State Fullerton. The Halos have not won a playoff series since 2009, and they've had a losing record for 10 straight years. The World Series starts Friday night on Fox TV with the Dodgers at Toronto. All the games are at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Game 1 will have LA starting pitcher Blake Snell. Yoshinobu Yamamoto will start Game 2 in Toronto. Game 2 is Saturday night. By the way, the Blue Jays bench coach is Don Mattingly, who was the Dodger manager before Dave Roberts. There are 10 NHL games tonight, including at Washington. About a minute to go. Caps lead Seattle 3-1. Just going to overtime, it's Oilers tied at Ottawa 2-2. Under 4 minutes to go, Devils are winning 4-2 at Toronto. New Jersey trying to go to 5-1 on the early season. And 3 minutes left at Pittsburgh, Penguins leading the Canucks 5-1. Texas A&M was fined $50,000 by the SEC Conference for faking an injury in last Saturday's game. Vikings quarterback Carson Wentz will start again Thursday at the LA Chargers. The Giants waived kicker Jude McAtamney after his 2 missed extra points last Sunday. They lost by 1 at Denver. Tampa Bay wide receiver Mike Evans could return in December after last night's broken clavicle. The Jets are expected to start quarterback Tyrod Taylor instead of Justin Fields this weekend. Not yet official. The 1-game suspension of Broncos linebacker Dre Greenlaw was upheld, so he'll miss Sunday's contest against the Cowboys. Washington wide receivers Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel are expected to return to full practice this week. The Falcons released wide receiver Ray McLeod. He'd been sent home last week. The Saints signed running back Audric Estime to their practice squad as running back Kendry Miller was placed on IR. Back to you.
All right, Steve, thank you so much. Have a great night. It's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a Trash Talking Tuesday. What a crazy show it's been. By the way, check out the podcast if you missed any of today's show. It's been totally off the rails. On the way, we got Last Call coming up in a bit. But right now, Mark Funky Cole Medina, Fox Sports Radio NBA insider, NBA writer for Essentially Sports, Mark G_Medina. And the man has been at Crypto.com Arena for 12 hours straight. What's up, Mark?
Calvin, Rob, I thought you guys would be at the game tonight. What's going on?
Well, you know, it's funny. I was there. My morning show was. And later on, I went to grab some food right at Fixins, and I did see you. You were there early as heck, man.
I was there early, but I guess, like LeBron James, Rob isn't going to show up on opening night.
Some of us have a national radio show on 400 stations. I'm just saying.
That is true. You know what? You are an all-82 gamer type of host. While LeBron, this sciatica injury that he suddenly had despite not even working out is a little mysterious.
Yes.
No, that was really mysterious.
Yeah.
I deal with that.
What is the deal? Is this his pride because of he sees where the franchise is going, and I don't know, he's like a preemptive strike, you know what I mean, to say, well, let's see how they start without me, you know what I mean, that since I'm not the focal point anymore. Is that what we're feeling?
No, Rob, I think it's an actual injury here. I don't think he would do that because, one, Luka Doncic is ready to, take the keys to the franchise and lead the team because he's in his prime. He's Luka Doncic, and he's going to be even better and improved this season. So it is a real injury, but I think, there's legitimate concerns on how it would happen, what the rehab would look like. Guys, they haven't given a timetable other than he's going to be evaluated at some point, the next week or so. But that doesn't mean he's going to be clear. That just means, okay, he may or may not get permission to start doing some on-court work. And as of now, he's only done individual work. So this could be a preview of many other injuries they has to manage during his 23rd season.
It is weird. I've dealt with sciatica. I deal with it at times, but you usually can't project out, right? It's just like, hey, I'm having a bad day or two or a bad few days. It's not like I'm going to be out 3 to 4 weeks. It's not one of those types of injuries. So when I read that was strange. But let me ask you this. Even without him, do they have enough bringing in Marcus Smart, bringing in DeAndre Ayton to go with, Luka in the best shape of his life? Do they have enough to be good for the next handful of weeks till LeBron is back, hopefully?
I think they have enough with or without LeBron to be the 4th seed in the West, have home court advantage in the playoffs. But when you're looking even in best case scenario for LeBron getting back, that's not enough to unseat the defending champs with the Oklahoma City Thunder. They got most of their core, if not entire, back. The Denver Nuggets, they have a better supporting cast around Nikola Jokic. Jamal Murray is healthy. The Rockets, they got Kevin Durant. Yeah, Fred VanVleet has an injury, but Amen Thompson is a great two-way talent. Albert Sengun is an emerging big. And so I think that there is a stratosphere. So the second tier are the dark horses, the Lakers, Clippers, Warriors. I think out of those teams, the Lakers surprisingly actually are less vulnerable. Yes, there's questions about LeBron's durability, but the Warriors, they have a lot of guys past their 30s that they're going to have to manage. The Clippers always have injuries they have to worry about. Kawhi Leonard, now Bradley Beal. So I think with the Lakers, it's really just about worrying if LeBron is or is not healthy. And while he is important, I think Luka Doncic is going to win MVP this season. He's in better shape. He's going to have a larger workload, and he's still only 27 years old. So what you saw with him leading the Dallas Mavericks to the NBA Finals is the kind of version I think you'll see with Luka this season.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. I know you want to discount the Joker, but I think with his supporting cast,
those will be
he's always going to be in the mix there for the MVP. Let me ask you, so is Bronny a part of the rotation with the Lakers?
He won't be because he has an ankle injury, so he's already out of the rotation.
Okay, if he was healthy, is he going to be in the rotation this year? I'm serious.
In all seriousness, I don't think. He might be 9th, 10th, 11th guy, but I think the rotation players, LeBron, Luka, Austin Reeves, DeAndre Ayton, Gabe Vincent, Marcus Smart, Rui Hachimura, and that's probably about it. And maybe Jake LaRavia. I think everyone else are probably going to get healthy scratches, and the only time that they play is when it's a blowout loss or a win.
How about Austin Reeves? He was exposed. A lot of people were like, he's not good enough to be your third option. We saw him in the postseason. I mean, does he have something to do to reestablish himself and have people look at him differently? Because that was glaring to a lot of people.
Rob, 100%, because I think what we've seen with Austin Reeves is he's shown he can be good enough to be a third option, but can he do it consistently every single game? And as we saw in the playoffs, his body wore down. He was struggling with double teams. There's also questions on whether he and Luka Doncic can coexist together because they both are most effective when they have the ball in their hands. Neither player are the greatest defenders, but I think there's going to be more success here because Marcus Smart's a great defender. Same thing with Gabe Vincent. They can take care of the perimeter defense. But I've seen, even though it's only preseason, good chemistry with Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves where I don't think it's just going to be Luka hoisting shots up and playing iso ball, and same thing with Austin Reeves. The fact they have DeAndre Ayton as a pick-and-roll partner and improved three-point shooting is going to open up the floor. So I do think that Austin Reeves actually, I'm not going to say he's going to win Most Improved award, but he could be in the mix because you're going to see, I think, 24 points a night from him.
I don't think he can win it because I think he's been good enough and that people kind of had that expectation for him now. So, like, how can he win it? It's not like this is 2 years ago him. I think people expect that from him now. I want to see that from him. Mark Funky Medina, our guest here. Let me go here. God forbid, Mark, we talk about the Eastern Conference. There's really the Eastern Conference right now with Boston being banged up, not the same. Halliburton out. So is it Cleveland to lose? Is it Giannis finally gets back to the finals?
The Knicks were going to the finals.
The Knicks, don't sleep on Orlando, don't sleep on Pistons. What's going on in the Pistons East right now where we can talk the West is clearly the better conference for sure, without a doubt, super deep. But what about the East? Who are you looking at?
Yeah, I think there's really only two tiers. It's the Cleveland Cavaliers, New York Knicks, and then everyone else has an outside shot only if there's major injuries. So those tiers with the Bucks, Orlando Magic, Detroit Pistons, everyone else aren't going to be serious contenders. But I think it's going to be Cleveland. They have their guys back. Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell are healthier. Evan Mobley is, I think, going to be set to take another leap offensively because of how great Kenny Atkinson is as a coach. And also, they're really going to try to get him more involved. Talking to his trainer, Owen Simpless, he was saying that, it's on him to be more vocal, be more demonstrative, because even though Donovan Mitchell is a very legitimate all-star threat as a scorer and playmaker, if he can be as good as he is scoring as he is as a rim protector, they're going to be unstoppable because they'll always have that lob threat. But it's on him to be more aggressive, and I think he'll take that next step.
So I should ask you this real quick, Rob.
Go ahead.
How long will Giannis be a Buck?
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I'm wrong. I thought that he was going to ask out this summer. I think he doesn't have it in him to ask for a trade, even if he has some dissatisfaction with things. So I think that he will remain a Buck, and the Bucks are never going to trade him unless they hear that demand outright, and I don't think that's going to happen.
No doubt. Last thing, are we going to hear anything from the Clippers and the commissioner?
Good question.
It's been dragging on. I don't know. I don't know if the commissioner really can put sanctions on a guy who's so rich and the arena and all that.
And all,
and all that. Like what? I just can't see that happening.
Yeah, All-Star Weekend's definitely happened at Intuit Dome. I don't think there's going to be any ruling after that. I think the precedent with NBA investigations, former Suns owner Robert Sarver, that took about 9 months. Expect the same timeline, so it could be next summer. But if they find evidence, and that's the key thing, it's about what they can prove. I think that you'll get a multi-million-dollar fine, loss of draft picks, but I don't think anything other than that. So, in other words, I expect the punishment to be a slap on the wrist.
$5 million in a second-round pick, something easy like that.
And you have to eat at the concession stand there.
They might give up all the info then. All right, if we got to eat that, never mind. We'll tell you everything. Please, just don't make us eat it. Mark, appreciate you, man.
Thank you, buddy.
Enjoy the game.
Appreciate you, Rob and Kelvin. You guys are gamers.
No doubt. Appreciate it. All right, Mark G_Medina. Go ahead and give him a follow. Last call, 877-99 on Fox, 877-99.
Don't rip on me. I didn't do anything wrong today. I did not. I care about America's youth. I am a professor. I'm a mentor. I'm a friend. I don't know what else I could be.
Fox Sports Radio.
People get caught up on this whole idea of prisoner of the moment. Because the prisoner of the moment made it like Shohei had done something that nobody had ever done. Okay?
Okay.
And it's not true. Okay? First of all, people have hit 3 home runs in a game.
I'm laughing at you fighting for your life right now.
Reggie Jackson hit 3 home runs.
Yep.
On 3 pitches, consecutive pitches, by 3 different pitchers in a World Series game. Incredible feat.
That's how I feel.
Here's the other part. So people, I get it. He's a unicorn. They're making it like, well, nobody. Well, yeah, we know because only him and Babe Ruth have been the only guys who have pitched, right, and hit home runs at this kind of clip. There's only been 2 guys since the 20s. But people keep going, he's the first guy since, of course he is, because nobody else has ever done it.
That's exactly why it's impressive. Nobody else has done it.
Hear me out.
You literally you know nobody else has ever done this before, but it ain't impressive.
No, Babe Ruth was the last guy who had the opportunity to
So 100 years ago.
Okay, but here's the part where they go, they say the 3 home runs, okay. Even though Kike Hernandez had 3 home runs in a game, playoff game. That didn't happen. It's not like that never happened.
Okay.
But then the whole thing is about, and he struck out 10. He struck out 10 batters. He struck out 10. I'm like, okay, that's good.
Okay.
But it wasn't like he had shut down the mighty Milwaukee Brewers. And here's my issue. Blake Snell pitched 8 innings of unbelievable ball against the Milwaukee Brewers. Yamamoto pitched a complete game against the Milwaukee Brewers. They were dead on arrival. Shohei didn't do anything special. Everybody and their uncle, I could have pitched 4 scoreless innings against that team. They couldn't hit. They couldn't score any runs. So people are making it like he pitched a no-hitter and hit 4 home runs on every at-bat. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. What he did pitching-wise was not that impressive against this Milwaukee Brewers team.
You're screaming in a room by yourself.
Okay, no,
because nobody
I'm
else
not.
is. You are like in an insane asylum.
No, I'm not.
In a straitjacket. No, I swear.
Rob.
Listen to your. No, hold on, Alex.
I'm
Put
not
the
even with
camera
Rob.
on me. And let me also tell you why it's remarkable. To be down in the dumps and in a slump is what makes it incredible, because you could continue down that, just never perform again, and it doesn't even need to. The team's carrying me. The starting pitchers carry me. I can just ride this coast and on into the postseason. Nope. He had enough. The man said the buck stops here, and what he did was say, home run. Oh, let me go put on my let me take this off and go pitch real quick. And strike out 10 and hit another home run. And we talking about hockey right now because we were talking about earlier the Maple Leafs. The man hit a hat trick. You ball, he did a turkey. And this is on top of, again, this is a $700 million man. Most people don't live up to the hype of things like that. He comes to this team. He lives up to it last year. He's incredible.
Did
MVP.
he live up to it in the
Gonna be an
postseason?
MVP season. And that's what makes this remarkable.
Did he live up
finally
to it
put
in
the
the
snide to
postseason?
it. And then you can sit up here and tell me, well, only 2 people have done it, him and Babe Ruth. Well, then, arguably the greatest player ever. You're telling me only other person who does something was the greatest player ever.
No, but his career, his career isn't long enough for you to consider him the greatest player of all time. And that's what people were saying.
You are trying to also poo-poo the performance. Don't be a prisoner of the moment.
No,
We've seen this before. No, we have not.
Yes,
and
we
Tony
have.
Kornheiser, who is your senior, was at that game with Reggie Jackson. He said, I was at that game when he hit 3 home runs. And you know what? This was even better. He said, because I could go to Reggie Jackson and say, Reggie, you know what you didn't do? And Reggie would say, pitch. Couple Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Business fluctuations make running your manufacturing business complex, but staffing your business, well, it doesn't have to be. Let Express Employment Professionals provide workforce you need. Go to expresspros.com to find the location near you. That's expresspros.com. It's time now for Last Call.
This is the last call.
Last Call!
We got Don Don from the UP, the Upper Peninsula,
They're up there, the upper room. Somebody,
Michigan. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Who? Wait, what's
No. And you are the last call. What's
up,
up,
Trash
Don?
Talk Tuesday?
Rob Calvin, what's up, boys?
What's up, man?
I'm doing good. It's getting cold up here, man. But I got to tell you what, I got to trash Steven Spielberg.
Uh-oh. What did he do?
What would he?
Well, I don't know if you guys saw this, but earlier this year they announced that Goonies 2 is going to be coming out, from the 80s.
No.
Yeah,
no.
And he wouldn't sign off on it. He doesn't want to be a part of it.
Well, it sounds like it's going through. And what I'm worried about is, as you know, Mama Fratelli and Ramsey passed away shortly after the first, which can only mean one thing. We only have 1 or 2 years left of this clown show at North Carolina because Bill Belichick obviously is the next Mama Fratelli. He looks just like her.
Yo.
Wow.
And we don't get to see the rest of it. This is just going to be it. So
yeah, it is going to be a one and done. Don, thank you for the call, last call.
I'm shocked if he makes it through the season. I mean, maybe pride. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to go out like that.
Well, the season's he might make it through the season because they all want to save face. And there's too many people to get rid of, and HR is too bogged down. They don't have time to go through all the exit interviews with all of his family members that he hired and friends.
Yeah, they already back to record and report. Everybody already. Hey, man, I'm about to get up out of here, man. What y'all got over there? On the phone with agents and LinkedIn. Is anything out there? Any opportunities? They know this ship is sinking, like you mentioned. They know they're on the Titanic.
I told you
now.
before.
And dang it, they're not going to be like the band that just played the song the whole time. They trying to jump on a life raft.
What'd I say? Disaster. I knew this was a disaster.
Oh, yeah, we both called that.
That was a disaster.
Listen, I don't like myself to be a genius, but every now and then, like sometimes you don't have to be a genius to even see it. Like, duh, to me. Like we talked about Pete Carroll. Wait, where are you going with these things? Sometimes you have to build a program. It takes 2 to 3 years. These dudes ain't got that. 73, 72, 74 years old. Like, okay, by the time they get good, the team is 67, 76, 70. Like, what are we doing here? So, and again, I felt like Bill Belichick was doing it based off of like a woman scoring, a man scoring in his case. How dare you, NFL, not hire me? You know what I've done for you the last 30, 40 years? How dare you? You know what? I'll go show you. I'll prove it to you. And you know what I mean? Versus like, I'm really excited for this opportunity. It felt more like, I'm mad. I'm going to go show you. And that's what it felt like he's doing with UNC.
None of it made any sense. I just could not understand why he was so quick. Step away for 1 year, and there would have been jobs open. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? In a situation for him. And I've been told by people who are in the know in the league, and, I'm not trying to flex any muscles or anything or tell you, but I was told that the Atlanta job was his. Like, he could have had that job, and then he started hemming and hawing about.
I want this power. I make control. I got to be a GM. I got to pick the personnel. I got to do the drafts.
And I got to bring in my own people and all this kind of stuff. And people in Atlanta got panicked. Like, this dude wants to, like, revamp everything that we've done, upend everybody's job who have been here for years. You know what I mean? And people are going to push back on it.
And it's hard to do that, Rob, when you're at this place in your career. Meaning, let's say you were sold on Sean McVay. And let's say the Rams, for whatever reason, it ran its course. Well, let's say Sean McVay now at that point will be 45 years old. Like if Sean McVay is like, yo, I'm coming to Houston, and I want to do it my way. I want these guys. I want this type of program. You'd be like, all right, just like you would have Bill Belichick 15, 20 years ago. You know what I mean? It makes sense then. For Atlanta to expect, or for him to expect Atlanta to give the entire keys to organization to him at this place in his career, like what if this fails year 1 or 2? Now we got to start all over. We don't have people in place. We got to do this. We got to start from scratch. It didn't make any sense. Bill wasn't thinking.
No, it wasn't going to happen. So what a mess it was.
Yeah.
Do we have time, all you guys?
Well, no, I was just going to say, go ahead.
Can we sing Kumbaya? Because I want us to be united.
Why we got to sing it?
Kumbaya. Come on, Alex. Kumbaya,
Lord.
my Lord.
Kumbaya.
Alex, Rob G, no?
No.
Kumbaya.
Why?
Because Rob G's for the children.
And what am I for?
Strippers.
Shay in the background.
Unbelievable. I've dedicated my whole life to education and to the youth of America. Ask Shay about the letter that I wrote for him when he was looking for a job. Shay.
He's still laughing back here.
He's still laughing.
Shay, I was like, Shay, you can do this. I have nothing but confidence in you. You're a young guy with so much
giving you
energy.
I mean, Rob only likes people between 19 and 25.
Yeah,
Anyone below
that's
that,
your age. That's your sweet spot. Both male and female.
What do you want?
Male, because you give them jobs, and
I don't give people jobs.
Females,
I
you
give
know.
people opportunities. And
Well, okay, that's what I'm saying. Males, you give them opportunities, and females,
school supplies.
At school supplies. The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?